Where am I? Tales from the Flipside, podcast 37. Oh, I'm Melvy. I'm here with the Tales from the Flipside guys. What up, fellas?
What's going on, brother?
What? Tales from the Flipside, podcast 37. Well, somebody got an echo in the background.
That's special effects on our podcast.
Hello everyone. I'm Melvy. I'm here with Tales from the Flipside.
Oh man,
we gotta redo it.
We gotta redo it.
I don't know. We're gonna roll with it because Wood likes to know some shit, but that's okay.
All right. Well, who's got their sound on?
Wood. I don't know. We're gonna roll with it because Dave. Oh, we're gonna kill this one.
Because that was a great intro, man.
That was a good one.
I can.
Who the hell's got the?
Oh, this is terrible. We're gonna kill this one.
Who's got their YouTube on?
Wood. What did you fix it? Oh no.
What happened?
We're gonna kill this one. I don't know. I'm gonna do this. I don't know if it works. Hey, you're gone.
Sorry, Wood.
Fucking rooster.
All right.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're gonna continue this because I'm not gonna start over. So fuck this. What's Mel, my man? Mel's on the podcast. So we're gonna introduce ourselves. I'm Dino. I just hang out with my cat and hang out with comics. Then. So we're gonna skip Wood because he's not here. So who's next on the list?
Yeah, I'm Brian. I'm Scott. It's 100 degrees in Philly, and it fucking sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like 90 out here, bro. I can feel you.
I don't even want to go outside anymore.
Pete Up's here after my own technical difficulties. I'll do my best to edit the beginning of this one. Jesus.
Paul's just happy it's not him.
I back to the weather. I sent this to somebody today. I said, you know in Super Mario Bros. 3 when the sun's trying to kill you?
Yep.
That's what it's been like over in the Midwest.
Fucking disgusting out here in New York too.
I don't want to hear you guys talk about heat. This is Brian McClay. I'm the middle finger of this Voltron tonight. So I am flipping everybody off right now. You cannot see that.
Yeah, but we have humidity.
Yeah, we have humidity. It's not a dry heat, bro. Okay,
Yeah, it's not dry heat.
Listen,
you don't know what we're talking about.
110 degrees at night. I don't care how much humidity you have.
That's funny.
The cool 75 in my attic today.
Yeah, but
McClay, where you from?
I'm out here in Phoenix, brother.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
man.
that.
right?
Hold on, we can curse here, right? Because we can't. I'm all fucked up.
Yeah, we can do whatever the fuck we want to do, man. I mean,
Yeah, we're the B Squad, Mel. You can do whatever you want on the.
I remember somebody on the fucking website was like, you guys shouldn't really curse, man. It's like,
Yeah.
terrible.
Well,
They
I'll take care of you if you get confused. I'll bring you home.
Yeah, I mean, we have really like 2 UD guys on.
Yeah. So
It's good shit.
am I the first one to do the crossover?
Trey did one.
Yeah, Trey did one.
Trey did the first one, and then we did one. Me, Trey, and a couple of Flipside guys and a couple of Defects did one when you guys didn't want to do it one night or something. So we were like, Trey's like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna do a."
Oh, that was for Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas or
Anybody that
Thanksgiving.
can get on the damn podcast, let's go.
Yeah. So, boys, big. I don't know if big news. I would say, and we got Batman 50 problems. I think a lot of Batman 50 problems.
problems. What's the problems?
The problem is that everybody knows the issue before it even came out, man. I mean, that's a problem.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. You guys tell me because I mean I'm not in this comic game.
I've been out of the loop for the last week. I haven't.
I thought someone told the press. And
Well, apparently, I think it was DC. Don't quote me on that, but I think DC told the New York Times, and the New York Times ran with the story. I don't know how true that is, but this is what I heard. And
So New York Times broke the story.
yeah, that's where I got it from.
Wow.
motherfucker told somebody they trusted, and they told somebody they trusted. And
Yeah, fake news, bro. Fake news.
But
Trump's right. Fake news.
That's what Tom King wants you to believe.
Oh God, I don't know. The thing that kills me is
Good
I don't
publicity stunt. Good
Yeah.
publicity. You know what? Everyone's talking about it. People are talking about. I mean, has anybody really been that amped up about this whole Tom King one?
I definitely am one of the first to go with the lawsuit, so I will be filing my lawsuit tomorrow. I just want to let Tom King know that. What the fuck is up with that? Why is everybody freaking out and saying filing lawsuit this
but because I mean we all knew they weren't going to get married or marriage wasn't going to last, or something was going to happen. But you know, let us buy the book first, then get mad. Don't let it get spoiled. Now it's like, oh, you fucked us. I mean, comics been fucking you guys for the longest time.
Yeah. Nobody stays dead. Nothing. Nothing's forever.
Right, but the way it was done, the way it was leaked out, is like I know a couple comic book stores. They bought like wedding cakes and shit and midnight releases. I was like, fuck, what are you gonna do with the cake? You're like, we're still gonna have a release. Come get some cake. I was like, maybe.
No, man, I messed up.
Superman all over again.
Well, who'd they kill? I mean, they did the Archie thing where they killed Archie. Wasn't there another DC death right about that time, like 3-4 years ago?
I don't know. I was definitely.
I'm just thinking, like they publicized that it was happening, but they didn't like tell the whole comic.
Captain America, maybe, right?
Oh, it was Captain America, maybe.
I think that was it.
Yeah. I was like trying to think when I get back in, what was it? But like they don't tell you the whole thing. They're just hyping up that issue happens so that people go buy it. Why would they go buy it after you told them what happens?
The thing is, I didn't buy any issues of it. Definitely wasn't gonna buy any store variants of it. But okay, they get married, it's a big fucking deal. So what? Where were they gonna go with that, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, why was the proposal issue such a big issue? I mean, it was cool to see.
What wasn't the bigger issue?
I thought it was a nice cover.
Their identities to each other.
They always knew
known
who each
for a
other
long
were.
time.
Yeah, but I think the biggest issue is that they're selling so many of the store variants based on the wedding, and everybody's like, "You're making all this money off the wedding, and now there's no fucking, and they're not getting married."
Oh yeah, the return is going to be insane. That's where I think the lawsuit should come in at. If I did a store variant and I'm getting all these returns, or if I'm a store and I ordered 500 copies of a book, I only ordered maybe 100 of. I'm like, oh well, you got to make this. You got to make
it's going to affect the variant people, man. The variant people are just selling it on the artwork. You weren't buying those copies to read.
I'm sure a lot of those copies are pre-sold anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's irrelevant. It's just you're not going to get the good Joe off the street coming in and picking up the extra trash that you had to order 1,000 of to get these variants.
And you're not going to get those guys that are like trying to buy 5 to pay for their kids' college.
I can't talk shit about variants because if it wasn't for variants, I couldn't be able to afford my veterinarian bill for my boy Zeus today.
Oh shit! Did you take your dog to the vet?
Yeah, I took him today, and he woke up this morning with a limp, but by the time he left, we had stuff for his ears, his eyes, and the limp. They wanted me to get X-rays for $300. Like, nah, listen, lady, I can't afford all of it. So we only ended up spending $560, and if it wasn't for variants, I wouldn't be able to take care of my little boy. So,
dude, I just went to the vet yesterday on the dog twice last week with the dog. Man, Lois is killing me.
See, it's expensive, but
this is a public service announcement. Nuts are bad for dogs. Macadamia nuts are really fucking bad.
Oh, try giving him onions. See what happens. No, don't give him onions. Actually,
we had a huge ass bill for our cat, and up until then, I always made fun of people who got pet insurance. They'll
right,
big ass bill in the mail, and you're like, God damn it.
That's the one thing I said. I didn't even know that was animal insurance. It was like, yeah, well, damn.
Yeah, there's insurance for anything, man.
And then when I go to the vet, like when I go anywhere, I like ask people like, what's the weirdest shit you've seen? Like I was like, have you ever got any like wild dogs? He's like, I love working with dogs. I hate working with cats. You said a cat will fuck your whole shit up.
Yeah, cats are wild, man.
So I was telling Dino earlier, my new vet issue has become that I just go to the weed store and I buy weed, medical marijuana for puppies.
That's a real thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. So my dog has a form of cancer where she gets tumors, these cancerous tumors, and I've had a bunch removed, and it's like it's cheap. I mean, it's $600 to remove like 4 at a time, so I'm not complaining on the cost. But lately, I've just been giving her the medical marijuana for pets, and she's been doing good. So if that keeps working, man, I'm down to put some vets out of business.
Now,
you West Coast guys in your craziness.
How good are the dog treats?
I mean, I haven't eaten any yet, just because we have medical marijuana for humans. So, but I'm sure if it gets bad down here, and sure if Joe gets back in office, it might change. But it's going good, man. I get the little biscuits that have the THC CBDs in them, and then they've got a little dropper that's just like you put it on her food. So I've gotten to the point where she just takes it straight out of the dropper. Like,
of course she does.
I think I messed up, boys, because when I kicked Wood, I think I blocked him.
Wow.
Sucks to be Rooster.
I don't know, bro. I feel bad for Rooster. That's okay. I'll fix it. I don't know what I can't fix it now. I don't know what I did.
We were supposed to be talking about Monster Hunter.
Message Jimmy. Maybe he knows.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick search on Google real quick. I'll see what I can find.
Okay. No.
So have any of you guys bought any of the Batman 50 variants?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't buy.
Nope. I didn't buy the regular cover.
I'll buy the one copy for me to read. That's it.
There were a couple nice ones.
I'm still on my 2-year no buy store variants, man. I'm out since like Venom 1.
I'll tell you what, I bought that Deadpool Delato. That was nice.
How much are they going for now?
I don't know what they're going for, but I think it was like $40. But it came with a nice hand numbered certificate.
They look good. I mean, store variants, I don't have a problem with the store. The store variants look fantastic. I just have a problem with Marvel giving out the incentives.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And I think these guys ought to just put these like Dynamic Forces does. Put these certificates in there, so I think it just adds a little bit of provenance and it puts a little value to it.
Ooh, provenance! Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Huh? I went to college. I went to college. Don't worry about it.
Oh man.
Mel, are you still off the variant game?
A store variant, yeah, but regular variant, I'm on that hard body.
Yeah, store variant.
Yeah, I don't. But like I said, I want it. If I was still on my shit, I would have definitely got that Delato. It looks amazing. The Deadpool Delato looks amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't resist that.
I can't do it. I cannot.
I bought one for PC, but $45.
Like, where's the flip in that? I mean,
there is no. That's what I'm saying. It was PC all the way. Like, I just thought it was really cool. But you can't. Yeah, they basically cut out flippers.
Yeah, I mean, and then what is the whole purpose of getting the store variant was to flip. I mean, when it first came out, like I remember the first store variant, one of the first store variants being the Tyler Kirkman, the Venom, Back in Black. You buy a set, you flip it, did well. Then if you got in on Frankie's Dark the Venom and also the Dark Knight one, with the Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah. Was it number 5 or 4?
4. I think it was 4. You got in on that early. You still make a nice piece of change, but now everybody's doing them, and then they get the incentives, and then they undercut each other on the incentives. It's like, for what? What am I in this game for? It's come to a point where you got to wait for. The first thing I do when I see a cool variant, I was like, well, let me see if anybody did a store variant. Then I got to check at the print run of the previous issue. Like, okay, now this is going to be a hot issue. Like, Marvel Rising took everybody by surprise because there was no store variant for it, and nobody ordered that book. That book is going to be great for a long time, and it's the first appearance, and it's a great read. What up, John? And it has great art, I love the book, and it was great for kids. So I'm expanding in the world of comics.
And I'm contracting.
I'm actually grading books now. Like,
how's that working out?
It's expensive as fuck, but I've learned a trick. Talking to my big bros over there at the Unpressables. Like, you don't have to fast pass everything.
No,
that's a good point.
That's true. Like, if it's older books or stuff that's not going to be on fire, I wouldn't do
pass something you need to be first to market on.
That's what I did. I did that with the Venoms.
Or shit that's hot, like my I just fast pass my Avenging Spider-Man 9. Some stuff like that where it's like a lot of heat on it. I would probably fast pass that. What are you back?
Muted.
Yeah. My man, okay. Okay. Jesus. Sorry, buddy.
I don't think that's wood.
Rooster.
he is. He's in the building.
I guess I blocked you, and I had to create a whole new one if I wanted to fix it. So we're not gonna do that, obviously.
I just logged in under a different account. I got like 30 of them.
Oh,
Yeah, you do.
this fucking guy.
You're the guy doing all the trouble on the internet.
That's funny. All right, sorry to cut you off. Yeah, but Fast Pass, dude. Only hot books or books like Scotty said, first to market. So
I know. I picked up that Avenging Spider-Man 9. I picked up from an obscure website. I was like, is it near mint? Oh yeah, the colors look pretty good. Oh, well, I take a chance. $120.
You can tell us it was on Pinterest, man. We won't judge you.
I got it. I sent it in Fast Pass. Got back to 9.8.
Nice.
Wow.
I got my
kid back. I scored some fucking books on Etsy before.
Oh, of course you did.
What's that going for 9.8 now?
750.
Wow.
750. You shitting me?
I saw mine for 650. Damn it.
I saw mine for
so little sense to me. I can't believe it.
I sold mine for 650.
I passed on that book at like 25, 35, 45.
So I got one for you. What about the issue before that Doctor Strange cover? If you flip to the back, it shows that cover. Number 9. Is that worth throwing up for like $15-20 then, right?
I mean, why not? I mean, people are paying $750 for a fucking 9.8.
Yeah.
That book makes me shake my head so much.
Yeah, it's scary.
Okay, let me ask you guys this, because I'm still kind of new at this. You know what I'm saying? Why does that piss a lot of the collective older?
It doesn't piss us off. It scares us.
It's just confusing. At that point, you're a high grade Miss Marvel 1. You're a mid grade of her first appearance.
And it's really just like a costume, right? Like first time that she's in a costume, or
And it's a nice cover.
It's appealing, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about
it's
this?
Not necessarily rare either. Like I'm sure there's 30,000 plus.
Yeah, 25K, I think.
Yeah.
How many 9.8s on census compared to Silk?
Oh, for what?
That's just because people haven't got them all graded yet. There's probably a shit ton sitting in that queue.
Hold on. Let me look. I got the access.
No, I'm not gonna lie. This fucking mess of boxes in my collection downstairs. I got a 10, 11, 18, a 7, and I fucking looked and no goddamn 9 in that thing.
That 10 sells for something decent, right?
I got 10 or $20 out of it.
I asked Jimmy. Jimmy said he had one. I was
There's 299 9.8s.
Of what?
Of Avenging Spider-Man number 9.
209.
299, so 300. And there's 47 signature series. There's 169 9.6s right now. Mm-hmm. And there's 26 signature series of that, and then we go into like the 72 9.4s.
That shit don't count. We don't talk about that.
Yeah. So basically, we're at like damn near close to like 600, probably. Or I'm sorry,
500.
500. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about Batgirl 23s?
Okay, let me look. Hold on 1 second.
That might not have that updated yet.
Yeah, that maybe it hasn't hit its real number yet.
If it's over 20, I gotta be like, damn.
Oh, I got it. 32.
Wow.
It's probably going to be a couple hundred.
Yep.
Yeah, and most people are probably slow passing it.
And there's 4 9.6s. So
I got 3. I'm going to send in.
I got one. I sent to our boy Sean. So
I keep getting lazy. I got books I got to send Sean, and I'm like, fucking trying to figure out what's modern and what's old and what needs to go and what doesn't.
So I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Yep.
So real quick, Dino, since you got it up, how many 9.8s are there on that Thanos Albuquerque variant? I just want to see if
15.
there's. Is that it?
I think it's, no. I meant, is that number 15 right?
13.
Oh,
Yeah, 13.
Hold on 1 second.
Dino's playing Oracle tonight.
That's what I do, buddy. Oh, there's a shit ton here. Hold on 1 second, boys. You know, it's shitty now. They got all these fucking variants.
Well, that's kind of the thing that went crazy this last year and made the variant market.
The Albuquerque variant. It's not as bad as you think it is. It's how much do you think? Let's play this game for a little bit. How much do you think?
You just said 100.
Oh, it's not. It's no,
50.
no, it's not that. It's 34 9.8s and 44 9.6s. You know, somebody's graded 164 the first prints. Just
what?
regular cover Thanos 13.
Yeah, I would have.
I ran through 12.
If I had 9/8s, I would have graded them.
You graded 12 9/8 or
Oh,
graded
no, no,
12 13s?
No, it's I graded six Thanos 13s, and I had 8 of the Albuquerque variants, and I only graded
8?
one. I had 8.
Wow. Christ.
And I sold them for 60 a piece, and I sold I sold 3 for 60, 1 for 50, and the rest for 100. And I got one graded and I got a 9.6. Just sold that for 4.
So I did the same thing you did, Mel. I hear you talk about it on the show, and with Trey's ultimate wisdom of go and pick up that book. The same time he said it, and you went and picked it up. I did the same thing. I went and picked up 3 copies, and I was lucky enough that I was one of the first people to sell a 9.8. I sold mine I picked it up for 30, and 2 weeks later I sold it for 800. And I still got 2 sitting here at home. And I haven't sent them to Sean yet.
I have no faith in that character.
No, of course not.
On the plus side, it does have a pretty cover at least.
Yeah, it does. That's like I had no faith in Totally Awesome Hulk.
I sold mine. I got mine at Baltimore. When we were in Baltimore, dude.
Yep.
I picked mine up, and I got my 9.8 and flipped it.
But I think that those 2 that you said, and maybe the Han's Venom variant might be the last 3 major variants that got in before the whole kick with all these store variants being in the ratio variant run. And every variant after that for ratio variants are trash just because there's so many of them.
Yep.
So maybe those 3 are the only ones, really out there that are still, getting some money.
Oh, hopefully, you talking about the Hans that just came out, the Miss Marvel, or you talking about the
X-Men Blue?
X-Men Blue.
Oh, right. Yeah. I got 2 of those in 9.8.
We got 2 of those, and I think I got 2. I think we got 2 of those. They haven't sold. It's weird.
They were listed for like $750. I sold one. I'm keeping another one. I sold one for $250. I need a haircut.
I think I got 2. I think I got 198, 196, and it's not mine, but it's weird. They haven't moved.
I mean, they'll move years from now. At a 9.8 will probably go for 400 sometime. Last one moved for 350. I think I see on watch count. So it'll probably peak at 400. You know what I got fucked on? Popeye. Yeah, the Popeye 65. I was up early, went to Midtown, did my thing or whatever, and I got it and I gave it to. Cause I wasn't sending books in at the time. I used to give it to the guy my LCS. I was like, "Yo, just send it in for me." So he sat on it and said, "Did you send him? Did you send him?" No, I'm waiting for more books. So I should have been first to market, and the first one that went to market sold for 1,000 shipped. By the time I got mine back, I had to sell it for $275.
You got a 9.8.
You guys keep talking about graded comics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would be cool? If Scott Robertson's listening, or Apple devs, or Android devs, if you can do like some Hey Siri or Hey Google shit and be like, "Hey Siri, how many 9.8 blah 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 are on the fucking census?" And that sweet bitch voice come and say, "There are 3 9.8." It'd be so much easier.
It would be better than typing that shit.
Hey, it keeps me ahead of everybody. Okay.
Yeah, but it'd be awesome. You could just be like, "Poof, doo doo," because that's how it would sound. Doo
That
doo.
would be nice.
So Dino, you always talk about finding ones not sold recently.
Yeah.
I bought a crime book the other day.
Yeah.
As a mid-grade one. I had some low-grade, and I've never seen the mid-grade. I looked in GPA. It wasn't even listed in GPA. Like,
That's the best part.
No sales. And
That's
only one on the census at 8.0. I'm like, how's there only one on the census? And it just blew my mind.
Yep, that's what I do, buddy. I try to find those low census, low GPA books that haven't sold in a long time.
I paid a bit more for it because it was on eBay, and I was just in shock. But I'm like, holy shit, this is not common.
Yeah, but again, that's kind of a niche market. I mean, how many people looking for a prime book? I mean, maybe I've seen you.
It's a pretty sweet cover, so I don't know.
I've seen you sell weirder shit, I guess. So
Yeah.
I mean,
This one was for me. This was one I just like, and I've just been trying to upgrade. And I was like, just as I was looking, because some asshole upbid me where I thought I had this for sure. You know, where they bid, and you're like, somebody bid this high, and you're doing your research, going, all right, should I go higher or not? And you're like, all right, fuck it. With no sales, I should go higher.
yeah.
So I got a story. I got a story about bidding on eBay that kind of made me laugh. There was a Battle Pope #1 from the Funkatron series, and anytime I see those, I pick them up. And so I forgot that it was getting ready to end. I just totally forgot about it. It was a Sunday. So I check on it to see if it went, and it went for like 63 bucks, 61 bucks. And I was just like, son of a bitch. I knew I should have put a snipe in. I totally missed out on that. About 2 days go by, and I look in my eBay, and I did put a snipe in. I just forgot about it. So I was, I was cursing. I was cursing the whole time that I forgot to put a snipe in to win it, and I was the winner.
That sounds like a Paul's problem.
It was hilarious. I mean, it was cool that I won it, but still.
Way to fake yourself out.
Right?
I would have already spent the money somewhere else though, and then been fucked.
Yeah. Then Paul would have been like, "Could I pay you next week?"
I missed out on a Masters of the Universe number 598 on that star run last night, even setting a snipe. I missed out like $2, but I didn't want to pay what it went for. I set my max bid and just let it go.
That's all you can do, man. You can't chase.
It went for
because $2 could have been $40.
Yeah, it was sitting at $49 for the longest, and then like you know how it goes. A couple hours left, it started raising. And I was like, okay, and then I set my max for like 180, and it went for like 180, 250.
Yeah, but their max is probably like 215.
I know. I mean, it pissed me off because it doesn't come up that often. I'm trying to create that whole 9/8 run of 1 through 13, but
those star books, those early Marvel star books, are starting to really rise. I mean, look at that Peter Porker.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
I set a snipe for that, and I thought my snipe was way too high, and you know, just like Sean was talking about.
What'd you set it? What were you going for?
I was setting it for $88.
Wow.
And I really thought that was high. And God,
it went for like $650, right?
Yeah, $680 or something like that.
That's why I thought 180 was super high because most of those He-Mans I've been getting for like $80, $110. I was like, oh, I'll go 180.
Yeah, it's wild right now, man.
It's good. Is that a good thing or a bad thing though? Why is it bad?
It's not bad. It's just, you know what? It's just leery because what goes up has to come down. So it's like
they're also rare though, in that grade, and especially if they're newsstand.
Well, I think he's just saying everything in general is kind of high. I kind of agree with that, but we kind of talked about it. Us F5 boys. It's like sell all you can, and then we can just buy back at a fraction of the price, man.
I learned that from my big bros over there.
Yeah, I'll definitely say I have not bought a comic book in over a month.
What are you doing with your life? Jesus.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been buying cards.
Oh.
That's fucking Wood's fault. I mean, fucking McClay.
Yeah.
I'm buying weird shit. Sean had mentioned Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in Intergalactic Wrestling book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got one. I seen one on eBay. I was like, well, fuck, it comes with a cassette. Sealed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh. Do you even have a cassette player?
No, but I bought it for $10. He's like, oh, I never seen it with a cassette. I asked Paul. Paul didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, so I know I was sitting on some shit.
I knew a little bit.
So Paul doesn't know. I asked Walker. Walker was like, damn. So he sold his for like $40. So,
of course, he sold it for like 4 times the listed value.
Just hold on to. You can get a cassette player from that guy selling water at Baltimore, probably.
oh yeah, it's selling in toothpaste.
Or you can go down Canal Street. I'm sure they might laugh at you though.
Canal Street changed. It's different now.
What did it used to be?
You can get electronics and all kind of shit.
Yeah, Canal Street was the place to go for all the Folexes.
Yeah, the bootleg, well, the pocket friendly versions.
The questionable materials.
So all they got now is a bunch of purses, and I see a whole bunch of tourists thinking it's real, and I laugh at them every fucking time.
So everything on there is fake.
Police show up and you start seeing everyone like closing off their secret sections and shit, and people closing up their briefcases. And
I see that. That's it. I seen the happiest little boy. Had to be from Germany or something. Oh, Supreme. Yeah, go ahead, go and get it.
I remember when I went to Washington D.C. for middle school, like the middle school trip you go to, like, oh, let's go to the Capitol. Dude, they had us kids buying so many Folkleys and fake Rolex. It was terrible, fucking terrible.
I'll tell you what, if you don't know any better, then what's the difference?
No, I mean, yeah, we're like 12. We don't know anything. Like,
so you know what? You thought you made out.
I skipped school in high school, went into DC to buy weed.
Oh yeah,
I bought a bootleg version of Clueless because I love me some Alicia Silverstone.
Dude, Clueless is great.
Oh goodness gracious! This podcast. See, Mel comes on a podcast and goes downhill. People admitting their fucking.
I bought a Tommy Hilfiger shirt, and then my buddy bought the exact same design, and it was Nautica.
Oh god!
Anybody watch Atlanta?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I didn't watch the season 2.
That's all I can think about is Atlanta right now with that poor kid killing himself because he actually bought the non.
Oh, the bootleg joint.
Yeah, the non-fake FUBU.
He's like, no, this is FUBU right here. You got the tag. That was funny. That was a funny episode.
That's a great show, man.
And the other one with the fake Michael Jackson guy.
Yeah.
It's the ostrich egg. Eat it.
I tell you what, man. That dude has become the best entertainer in Hollywood or whatever it is. You know, being able to write all the shows that he writes, direct the videos, direct the TV shows, write the music. He's killing it, man. He's becoming the new number one.
He was a hell of a rapper at one time too.
He still is, man. He still is.
Why are you trying to get shade on Childish Gambino for, man?
Okay, it wasn't the Childish Gambino I grew up on.
Hey, Mel, what is this I sent in the Hangout chat or in the whatever the podcast chat? This guy on Let Go wanted to trade me for a Ferragamo goo belt or some shit.
Oh, Ferragamo,
yeah.
Oh, Ferragamo, dude, for sure.
Yeah. You don't know Ferragamo?
He wanted to trade you for what?
It's not. I don't know what the hell you want. My old Yeti mic and setup.
Paul's problem coming up.
Yeah. Nah, you got a Jerry Gamo.
Yeah,
exactly. That's
a Larry Gamo.
Yo, only Future can rock. We're done with Ferragamos, like Future said, dog. Done with that.
Ferragamo was the shit back in the day.
Yeah.
When I say back in the day, I'm talking about 2 or 3 years ago. How much you selling that mic for?
Oh, I got the whole setup. I don't know, $200.
What's the love price? Come on, we spoke about love price before.
Here it goes.
Dino I tried to hit Dino with the love price. He wasn't trying to hear that shit.
Oh, dude, it was $200.
Dino don't know love when it comes to money.
No, fuck that, dude. Fuck that.
I'll sell it to you at cost. We'll talk.
Hit me up. Dude, I said, Dino, how much for this Avengers Spider-Man? When the movie just came out, I just finished seeing the ending. Dino told me he had a Raw and a 9.8. I said, Dino, how much? Oh, I said, well, 9.8 would probably go for. I'd probably get about 400 for the 9.8. So, can I get it for 2? I didn't see the message. I didn't see the little dots on Hangout. So Dino probably like, get the fuck out of here.
I was like, you know what's funny? Because that Indy, I had it for $650. I was like, it's a make me sell price, and then all of a sudden they started going for $650. I'm
yep.
Like,
and I didn't hear, and then that's the last time I heard from Dino until tonight.
You know, and I wasn't mad at you because I was still thinking it was funny you trying to sell me those redneck number ones when you were fucking hammed up the last time.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, "Oh, I'll give you that love price." He's like, "I'll give you all these rednecks for like $100." I'm like,
they were hot at the time.
It's trying to get the drop. But you leave me with the fucking paper bag. Fuck that.
Yeah, don't sleep on Donnie Cates.
No, I mean, I wouldn't sleep on Donnie Cates, but I don't know. I mean,
I won Mel's Raz, but I still have the books.
What books?
Your the fuck, whatever book Dino just said.
Oh, Rednecks?
Oh yeah, the Razmageddon.
I got it all, man. It's still sitting in the box.
Razmageddon was wild.
Yeah, it was.
I had to turn the fucking notifications off because it was too much.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I was convinced I was going to get one last win. I did not.
You have terrible luck with the Razes.
Oh, I am fucking shit show. Like,
Rest in peace.
other Z got all the luck on the Raz.
Rest in peace.
Got one last loss.
Exactly.
So what is the Spider-Man Far From Home? What is that?
Everyone's
next Spider-Man movie.
The Planet of the Symbiotes, based on that cover. Do you see the?
No.
Oh no, that was a fan made cover from Boss Logic. That's not real.
You almost got me super stoked because I picked up like 20 of those the other day for $1 a piece. I was like, oh my god.
That Boss Logic guy's badass, man. All the stuff he makes.
Oh yeah.
Tricked me.
So where is he at? Why is he far from home? How's he going to get back? First of all, that's what I want.
It's got to be something to do with Mysterio, right? Because he's going to be the villain in it. Is that right, Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, I thought they said he was either on the West Coast or Europe or something. He was just not in New York.
I mean, that's kind of a spoiler. I mean, we knew he was coming back, but
I think that's a stupid title. I'll be honest.
And is anybody jazzed up about Mysterio?
There's no way they were killing fucking Spider-Man.
They're saying it's far from home because he's going to be partially set in Europe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And he's
I
pretty
think
far from
Mysterio's
Queens.
great.
I think he's good. Yeah, I mean he's good. I just don't know.
It could at least be different.
so what is Mysterio? He'll fuck with your mind like Scarecrow kind of.
Illusions.
And he's fucked up in the head too, right?
So he's
Kinda.
Scarecrow.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like make you crazy like Scarecrow does. But I guess the illusions can drive you crazy.
Isn't the Ultimate one a slightly different power set?
I don't know about anything about the Ultimate.
Isn't he like?
I don't even know how they can make it when he died in Infinity War.
Aha.
Nobody's ever truly
It's going
dead.
to be Miles Morales. That's what it is.
I still
Fucking dead.
I still stand by my Avengers spec. It's going to be an all-female movie. Shuri will be the Black Panther. Rescue will be, what's the name? The pretty girl name?
Potts.
Yeah. She's going to play Rescue. Shuri's going to be Black Panther. And Captain Marvel's going to be an all-female, a female-driven movie. Put it like that.
They're not going to have Potts do it. They bring in fucking Riri before they had Potts. She's too old.
No. She's had the armor, and she's ready
too
to go.
old. She's not going to carry a movie.
I'm pretty sure she's about a lot younger than Robert Downey Jr.
No, I don't think so.
Let's see. Dino, type it up.
All right.
Dino gotta
She is not going to carry a movie.
half a movie, yeah.
Nobody wants to see.
45, bro.
And Robert Downey's what?
I think he's 50.
Yeah,
50s, right?
There you go.
He's 53.
They're not. If they're going to do a female Iron Man, they sure ain't going to do Pepper Potts.
For half a movie, yes, they will.
No.
And are they going to bring ScarJo for Black Widow? Just bring her in there too? Fuck it. Everybody.
Wouldn't they just call that A-Force?
There you go. Right.
I tell you what, that A-Force book has got a really good character in that one that looks like has the stars, all the stars in it. What is that character called? It's like a little kid.
I want to say Celeste.
Yeah, something like that. That character's a cool character. I could see that.
I remember that. A-Force 1, right?
Yep. With that, there's a couple variant covers. I want to say it's a Stephanie Hans variant, right?
It's not Eternity, but it's like that.
It's like Celestial or something like
something like that. It's all. I remember it's all starry and shit.
Yeah, just like Captain was not Captain Marvel. Who was it in the Alex Ross Justice series? Yeah, Alex Jones Justice.
Imagine.
Let me tell you something, guys. It's all about cyber frogs and stuff, man. It's crazy.
Buy this water.
Yeah, buy my pills. It's gonna help you get jacked. Fucking Alex Jones. Oh, so funny. That's what we need to get on the podcast, boys.
Alex Jones.
This
is a conspiracy all the way.
But that's a decent spec book. I think if you can pick it up for cheap and a grade. That first A-Force.
I remember that book too. I remember the cover. I was like,
well, didn't they like announce it on like Ellen or
Ellen?
Or
I think you might be right.
The View. He says The View. Comic books are getting so mainstream. It's on The View now. Jesus.
I mean, you can't get. I mean, this is what we waited for since we were kids.
No, not what I've waited for. Not my comic books, bro.
I mean, not mine either. I was reading Faust when I was 12, so.
So you got to be stoked about Morbius, then, right, Mel?
Yeah, and that's no. Unless Blade is in the final scene, I'm not.
That'd be cool.
Because
they got to make it like a horror movie, right? If it's going to be a solo Morbius movie, they got to do the horror aspect of it, right?
I don't understand Morbius because there was a game on Facebook where it was called Marvel Avengers Alliance. That's how I got to know a lot of characters' superpowers. And Morbius had to be one of the lamest motherfuckers there because he had to take certain kind of blood to get his powers. I don't know how that works.
I can't remember that. I remember from he had a couple series that he carried by himself, right? He had that magazine style, magazine format series. Does anybody remember what that was? Like Marvel Monsters or something like that?
It was
the cartoon.
God, I can't remember which it was. I thought it was part of the Marvel premiere.
Yeah, it might have been, but I mean, it lasted for a good run, and they had a lot of the old school horror. Bernie Wrightson did a lot of the art, and that series is actually it's good on the resale market. I know that, but it carried that Morbius carried that book for a long time, and
I just think another vampire is hard to sell, you know.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, it should have came out when True Blood was hot.
Those sucking hands in the cartoon always made me sick.
Yeah, that was weird, man.
Like zombies are out of nobody cares about zombies anymore. And
well, it all depends on how dark they make it. I mean, they can make that really dark. Like, you know, everybody was stoked about New Mutants when that got hyped, and that was supposed to be a pure horror flick. So I don't know. They never went that route.
That shit is what Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
It's a remake.
That was my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street.
It was. You know why? Because of that little wizard kid.
That and the chick that was the heroin addict, and she looked down at her arms.
Yep.
He pops up with all the needles on his hands.
And Lawrence Fishburne was the nurse, and he never questioned how the fuck did she put her head through the TV.
A-Force was announced on The View, by the way. Surprised you didn't know that.
Well, A-Force movie?
No, when they announced the comic book, it was announced on The View. Because I remember there's a big
Captain Marvel is in that too, right?
Yeah.
And that had the Adam Hughes hip hop cover.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Straight Outta Compton, I believe.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
That could be a good spec book down the line.
Hopefully.
What did he say? Over half? Feige said over half of the heroes are going to be female heroes or something like that.
What in the
MCU?
Yeah. I mean,
then that could be bigger than I thought.
I mean, you gotta have a She-Hulk. She-Hulk is almost guaranteed.
Spider-Woman, maybe.
I hope so because I had a spec for that one.
No, but she's tied to the freaking Fox deal.
Is she?
I mean, that I don't think they're going to negotiate with Fox.
Would that be Fox or would that be Sony? Because Sony has Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sony. Sorry, they'd have to negotiate that shit. I think they would stay away from Spider females. It's not worth the buy-in cost.
You think the Venom movie is going to be bad?
Yeah, I think Hardy's going to carry it a little bit, but I think that movie, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, you got to think, if you're talking all females, though, you're going to get a shit ton with the mutants when the X-Men kind of come over.
Yeah.
As long as they don't kill off Phoenix right away, that would kind of be stupid, right?
Yeah, let her be Phoenix for a little while before she becomes Dark Phoenix.
Now, would you reboot the actors or would you just keep the actors?
They're going to reboot.
Yeah, reboot.
I'd keep the X-Men actors.
As I said, I said, Disney bought the rights to their faces. Let them get 1% of the merchandise. It makes sense.
I don't know. I just think they're going to reboot. I think they're just going to do a clean cut because they want to do. They're going to want a new Wolverine, so you're going to have to do a new Wolverine. Everybody else is fucking expendable.
Pay Hugh Jackman for likeness rights. And they get 1% of all merchandise. Keep the same Wolverine. digitally put his face on somebody else's body. Keep it. I don't think that's a bad idea at all.
Do they have enough time to do a CGC Silver Surfer for the next Avengers?
No.
God,
They're gonna save it.
That's almost done production, I believe.
Yeah, they're gonna save him. He's a phase on his own.
The thing about Fantastic Four in movies, they have no villains.
Doctor Doom, dude.
They have all
Right.
the villains.
You did Doom 3 times. 2 times. No, 3 times, right?
They got Kang.
Who? Oh, Kang, the time traveler. Yeah, he's probably.
I say make all the Fantastic Four movies you want, because you always get someone that's in there that is a badass superhero in another movie coming up with Killmonger and freaking Captain America. So whoever they're gonna give us next, bring it on.
I'd say if they say Mole Man is the next villain of Fantastic Four, I'm done. Just like I'm done with the NBA, I'm done. Mole Man, you gonna try out Mole Man?
Yeah, why not, dude? Fuck it.
It's Mole Man.
No, but they could have some good crossovers with Guardians and then bring in Nova.
Yeah,
that cosmic.
they have a lot of the villains. They just can't put a story together for shit.
Who's another villain?
I think John's right. You have the whole Silver Surfer thing with Galactus and that. You do that whole thing.
Galactus. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to use the Surfer in Infinity War. I mean, if they need to use anybody, it would be Warlock, but I think they're not going to do that.
Is it going to be Captain Marvel taking the role of Warlock?
Yeah. Do they kill Thanos off, or do they keep him for another movie down the line?
They're not going to kill him, but they're going to defeat him, and then they'll leave it open. I mean, I didn't realize how many times Marvel has had Thanos events until I was digging through this fucking box selling sets of shit. Like, I keep finding, I bet every 2.5 years there's a Thanos event.
Mm-hmm. Especially, there was a lot in the 90s, too.
Well, there's all the 90s ones. There was a shit ton between, like, 2006 and 2012. I didn't even know they existed. I wasn't reading that, and I'm just flipping out like, okay. Avengers Infinity Gauntlet, 4-part miniseries. Thanos Initiative, Thanos Abyss, Thanos this. I'm like, fuck. I've been selling them all these sets online, but it's like, holy shit, I didn't know they existed.
You know, it's you gotta have Spider-Man Deadpool movie eventually.
No, they won't do that.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Spider-Man's the all-American hero.
They won't mix those brands and
Oh, that'll be a cash cow of a film.
Yeah, but it's too. Spider-Man's like kid
They
friendly.
brought in Tom Holland to appeal to kids, and they're not going to put him in an R-rated Deadpool movie.
I'm pretty sure those kids that seen Avengers have seen Deadpool.
I agree on that.
I'm pretty.
They got to give them another 5 years or something to, get out of that teenage.
We live in a day and age where kids are just going in there and look at titties.
Yeah, but, the thing is, though, parents will complain.
Yes.
I think they should do a short at the end of the next Deadpool movie, then with Spider-Man or something. If they're not going to commit to a movie, give us something.
Hold on, we're the parents. Our age, we're the parents.
Hey, I'm not. I'm just saying. There's.
Speak for yourself. I ain't got no kids, man.
Yeah, right.
I got 2 lovely dogs, man.
I added number 5 here for just for Mel. That Fate's getting her solo movie, man.
Yeah.
Well, he ain't interested unless another piece of news comes with it.
If I get that Rebel Wilson, and people think, well, some people think I'm making a joke about having a Faith. No, I think a Faith movie will be great.
Have you actually read it?
No. But what? All right. The reason why I like Faith is she's a plus size character. As you all know, I love plus size women. You know what I'm saying? But it's. I like to see different cosplayers come out and I like for them to be themselves.
But
Like,
what if they try to do the whole diversity thing, and then they make her of color, and then they cast like the girl that played Precious?
No, that's not Faith. That's some other shit.
That's Precious.
Yeah, it can be called Precious. It'd be Faith's sister, Precious. No, you have to have Rebel Wilson in this. I mean, one of the reasons why I do want to see Rebel Wilson in this Faith is because I predicted that she would play Faith and Trey would owe me some shit. But I think Rebel Wilson is adorable. I think she's funny. She's nice and fluffy. That's just what I want to see. I think she would do. I think she would do good for the film. And
It's ironic because that's like pretty much the most on the nose casting. Like if you anyone that first, I mean, I don't know. When I first looked at that comic book, I didn't read it, but as soon as you saw it, I thought Rebel Wilson.
And it was somebody who CBSI who said, "Oh, they were talking about Rebel Wilson as Faith for the longest time. You're not talking about nothing new." Boy, stop.
I didn't think Rebel Wilson. I was like, oh, that looks like that fat girl from Pitch Perfect.
There you go, Rebel Wilson.
Well,
Fat Amy.
Mel, she lost a bunch of weight, bro.
I heard. I was kind of sad, but she's still.
That's all right. You can plump her up.
She's still in the wheelhouse.
She's funny as shit, though, man. Her movies, I give it to her. She's funny.
It's a lot easier to gain it than it is to lose it.
That is true.
Eat carbs.
Look at Jonah Hill, man. He lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, he did.
Dang, man. Well, losing weight nowadays.
I'm trying again. I was down. I came back up, but shit happens, man. You start drinking again.
I do whiskey lemonades, bro. It's not as much as sugar, but
do Tito's and tonic.
I can't
Tito's and soda.
I can't do that, dude. I can't do soda water. I can't do tonic, man.
Vodka has no carbs.
Yeah, I know.
Tito's doesn't.
Yeah.
But the shit you mix with vodka has carbs. I can't drink vodka straight.
Yeah, but that's why you do soda. Tito's and soda.
Soda water.
Water, yeah.
I don't do it. It's too fizzy. It's not me, man.
I don't know, Mel. Looking at your profile pic on here, you look like you lost a lot of weight.
Black Elvis, baby.
Belvis.
You guys can have Cleopatra. I can have Black Elvis.
Yeah, she did get a little white.
let me have that. What else we got?
So, Paul, looks like you're up next.
Paul said he's gonna be right back. We're gonna skip Paul.
Yeah, you guys go in order and shit. This is new to me.
Oh Jesus! I told you we're like the adult podcast. Okay, we can't
Like John will tell you, we all over the fucking outline.
So 7 kind of was brought up because you're the Funko master. So
that's why I was brought here.
Yes, I know. And then our guy who was asking about Funko left, but Funkos, you have done anything lately with them?
Sold them all.
You sold them all.
I got out the game.
You're not even trying to catch on things and
I want that cereal.
Yeah.
Paul showed me the cereal today.
There's a cereal?
They got a bunch of different cereals coming out. Like one's in Hot Topic. One's
Mega Man and Cuphead? Oh,
yeah. What? Jason and Freddy. I want the Jason and Freddy cereals.
Oh God, how much?
I'll tell you what, they know what they're doing. They have all the good licenses. I don't know that Funkos are ever going to go out of style.
They won't.
So this is what I kind of wanted Mel to come on because I was watching the that documentary on Netflix, Making Fun, and it was like it made me rethink the whole thing. I thought it was just kind of a niche little market, but it's
not. It's taking a world of its own, which is why I left.
Yeah, those old hip hop ones, man, they go for buku bucks. The Tupacs, the Biggies.
I sold my Tupac and Biggie for $1,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I sold my Red Skull for $3. You know what Red Skull is at now? $7.
Yeah.
7,000 or 700.
700. I paid. You know what I paid for it? $15.
Wow.
That's like my Macho Man. I paid 12, dude. It's at like 300 right now.
I sold the Tony the Tiger exclusive pop, not the flocked one, but I sold that for $400 off eBay.
Paul used to hit me up every Friday. What was it? Friday when they put up the new pops.
It was random. I don't think they do the same, or that back then they didn't do the same day, but I think now it's on Wednesday.
I said, Paul, leave me alone. I'm not doing pops no more.
Yeah,
and I see that Tony the Tiger one. I went to go put it in my cart. I'm like, what am I doing? I left it out my cart. He sold it for $400.
I showed my wife the exclusive at Target sticker and the Chase stickers, and she's a manager at the Target here. And I was like, hey, if you walk by and you see these, take a picture of them and send it to me. And I'll tell you whether to get it or not.
Get them.
That's real love right there. I don't care.
I think that's the problem with they're having the same problem that comics are, is that the variants you can't get them.
Yep. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. This is another reason why
before they go out, they're already
Oh yeah, it's just like adults with fucking Hot Wheels or whatever Matchbox, and there's people at, my wife tells me there's crazy asses at Target that know when they come out. And I mean, that's what collectors do though.
So I used to be really big into the Star Wars figures, when like the Star Wars, they redid the Star Wars figures back in like '96, so that Power of the Force. And I used to go to like the Targets when they would open, and the Hot Wheel guys would literally throw blows.
Yep.
I mean,
I
fight each other.
I got a story to tell you about that when I come right back, but keep talking.
So the other thing is my dad worked at, I might have told this on the story already, but my dad worked at Walmart. And back when the Marvel Legends were really big, he was a manager at a Walmart. And he would actually do that. He would call me and be like, hey, we got a case of these Marvel Legends and people are going crazy for them. Is there any of them you want me to look through? And every once in a while, I'd be like, yeah, if you see this, and I would tell him what it is, and he'd be like, oh, and I'd be like, oh, it's this color helmet or this color. And he would grab some of the variants every once in a while, but he couldn't buy them. So he would hide them in the store for me, and I would just go in, and he'd be like, okay, it's behind this pot and pan over in the kitchen section.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Oh, yeah, dude. If you go to the cereal thing and you get the third cereal over, dude, it's all right there. What are you doing? What the hell, man?
It's behind the vegetables. No one looks there.
Yeah. So
my wife's the same way. She can't buy shit. Unless it's there after shift.
Goon Call used to work at Target. I'm serious. He used to tell me I used to rip open the boxes for the Hot Wheels. I said, Hot Wheels? This motherfuckers collect Hot Wheels? He's like, no, you have no idea.
Oh god, they're I think they're probably worse than comic fans at the end of the day, man.
I'll tell you what, collecting in general is at its got to be at its all-time high right now.
Also, everything is hot until I start fucking collecting it. Then all of a sudden I think I'm buying shit.
All right, well, Wood, don't get into sports cards, man.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's $3 now.
Mel, are the Funko Pops, do they hold more true to their print number though than comics and variants and all that shit?
They're all overprinted because Funko's
no, the limited though, like limited to 3,000 and all that.
Well, for the common ones, yeah. They'll print it's cheap. Put it like this, it's cheaper to print a comic than it is to make a Funko, to make a pop.
Yeah.
So
I've been toying. I would think that they would stay to their print run though.
Yeah, they would definitely.
Because they don't have to account for damage and all that shit.
Definitely, because if they print 2,000 for San Diego, it's only going to be 2,000. But if there's a comic where it says 2,000. They say the print run is 300. It's probably 3,000 more out there somewhere floating around to replace for damages, like you said. But
they also canceled a lot of those subscription boxes, like the Collector Core, the Smuggler's Bounty, the DC one. It's like they canceled those boxes, and then they're going to like you can order them subscribe to something through Amazon now. It's like they changed up their business model for some of that.
The thing is, if you're gonna get into collecting pops and you want pops to go up, you have to get the ones that when I first started collecting. When I first, maybe 3 years ago, when I was going to like Barnes and Nobles, I was picking up.
Yeah, you say that, but then hell, man, I made $400 off that Tony the Tiger.
Dude, there right now.
What else you making?
Right now, there's a Funko Pop. I guess it's a Stanley Gold and Silver Metallic Chrome Edition that's signed. $60,000 listed on eBay right now.
That's stupid. Who'd buy that?
Somebody's gonna fucking buy it.
Of course, I say that, but then we look at us buying.
Someone's gonna fucking buy it, man.
Dude, there's one for 55, one for 18,000, just the gold one. Jeez, OP.
And Paul, also remember we bought in at the. I mean, we did 50-50 with the Toys R Us stuff. Bought in the Cyborg, and we bought in at the Giraffe. The Giraffe sold great. The Cyborg.
Yeah, it's hit and miss these days.
The Jeffrey the Giraffe one.
Yeah, sold that same day for $80.
It's at $5,000 right now. 11 people watching this motherfucker.
For what?
Jeffrey the Giraffe Funko.
No way.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
They were like $9.99 on the website when they first.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
You're looking at a Chase one, probably.
Talking about.
You're looking at some other shit.
I don't know.
How much did like the original Funko Bob's Big Boy bobbleheads go for? Right, because that was what they first started doing.
That's what I'm thinking about is all that original shit. Like maybe not even the bobbles, but like the first run pops.
What was those that Diablos thing? When they were making their own characters, those would go for crazy bread,
like $1,000 plus.
Yeah, those would go for crazy money.
But that's the stuff I'm thinking. Maybe you still could make some meat on long term.
See the CM Punk. I wrote an article for Chew The guy to selling Funko Pops or something like that, and every year it's the top article on Chew.
So there's one that's really rare that I think I put up way back when Flipside first started up on you guys' G Plus page. The Clockwork Orange Funko, and one of those sold with like 85 bids back in February of 2017 for $13,600.
What?
Jesus Christ!
And they put that back out.
Do you media mail it for 13 grand? Because that's what I would do. Here, throw it in a box for me.
Yeah, no padding.
no padding.
I don't chase them,
$2.
but I buy the stuff I like. Like I bought the GameStop exclusive Beast from Sandlot. I buy some Disney exclusive stuff.
It's already in a box.
What you do now for Funko. You buy what you like, and you still like the Flash Gordon. I bought the Flash Gordon Pops. I've still got my Flash Gordon Pops. I love Flash Gordon. I bought Conan the Barbarian. I'm a huge fan of Conan the Barbarian, and I bought it, and it's just sitting there. And I did buy one to flip. It was because the Gibson, the guitar company, is suing Funko because they're using the same guitars. So any Funko Pop it was James Hetfield from Metallica, Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses, and it was like two others. They had the Gibson guitars. If the lawsuit goes through and if they can't make those anymore, they can't sell those anymore, you can make some money off those.
Where did you get the Tupac and the Biggie ones?
Midtown Comics.
Yeah,
I went to Midtown. I just got
those were like one of the first ones they put out, or what?
They were not the one of the first one. They were like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You sold $1,000 a piece?
Yeah.
No, for the set. I sold it for $1,000.
Oh.
You know what country buys Pops crazy? Guam.
Singapore.
No, Guam.
Yeah.
I was in a Facebook group in Guam, and they bought most of my high range stuff. No problem.
I wonder if it's hard to find in Guam.
They go crazy with Pops in Guam. Trust me.
So I just
Guam.
pre-ordered a set as a Disney Parks exclusive.
They sell. The Indiana Jones was selling like crazy.
Yeah, they have this Enchanted Tiki Room. It's a Disney park exclusive. And it's a set of 2 with Pele and Barker Parrot, which is like the original mascots from the Enchanted Tiki Room attraction.
You'll make money off that.
Yeah, so it was like 34. They went up, they sold out within like 5 minutes, and then they put some more up for back order. A limit of 2 per person. So I got it just because, one, if you go to Disney World or Disneyland, that Enchanted Tiki Room is one of like the cheesiest, corniest things, but it's one of those you have to go because it's classic attraction type thing. And that's got that crossover between Funko Pops and Disney fanatics. So I'm just gonna buy it. I like it, and if it goes up, I'll sell it.
Zerch, they don't have wire pops, but they should.
Omar,
I swear to God,
Don't you have one, Mel?
I had one, but the Omar it sucked.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice one.
No, it sucked. It sucked.
It was a custom, wasn't it?
It sucked. It was the one who made that pop. He took the guy from what is that show? Walking Dead. They took
Tyrese
from Walking Dead and made an Omar pop. I said, this doesn't look like Omar. I was so disappointed, but I played it like it was. You know how when you get something that's real shitty, like when you tell your mother you want a McDonald's burger, she goes home and make a burger. Oh, Mom, yeah, it was a great burger, but it wasn't McDonald's. But you baked it up like it was better than McDonald's because you got the burger. You don't make your mom feel bad. That's how I felt about that pop. But there's this other girl called Funko Boss. She made an exact replica of Omar, and I was supposed to buy. She had made me Omar and a Snoop, and looked just like him. And I had got my tax money, but I fucked up my money and I didn't buy them. I know she's pissed at me, so I had to go on another account and buy them from her. But Funko Boss is her name, and she's amazing at making pops. She made the most amazing Omar I've ever seen in my life, and the amazing Snoop I've ever seen in my life. So if you want wire pops, go to Funko Boss.
Need one of like Michael B. Jordan from The Wire.
Yo, she could do anything.
She did a Easy custom one. Jeez,
she did Friday pops. Look amazing.
And she doesn't get sued?
Nah, they show her mad love.
I don't know.
They show her mad love.
Like the same people that do custom sneakers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, artists are allowed to do like likenesses and sell them.
Oh yeah, King Griffey Jr. one. She made a custom King Griffey Jr. Jeez, oh please.
Yo, she's a beast, dude.
Oh, interesting.
Dita, you gonna get your own pop?
I should, dude. That'd be putting Forgotten 5 comics on that thing.
Yo, I was gonna get UD pops, but she's like, well, the turnaround time was like 9 months. I was like,
Oof.
How much would she ask him?
probably like 600 to get all of us made.
That's not bad. 100 pop.
Use that Patreon money.
Yeah, right.
Jimmy ain't letting that shit go.
So those the wacky wobbler is not that expensive, McClay. You can get it for $200 for that big boy.
Which one?
The big boy.
The original?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that bad. So what's the first pop, Mel? What's the first actual pop?
Oh, that
Freddy, right? Was his
Freddy-
name?
No,
Freddy
no.
Funko?
No, it was a DC, wasn't it?
No, it was a Freddy Funk.
Freddy Funko was the first
believe
one.
Go. Yeah.
Oh, I thought DC on the movie. They said DC did it.
I thought
I
it
mean,
said
that might be
Freddy
their
Funko.
first license, but the first one they did was their own.
Yeah, the Freddy Funko.
Wacky.
Yeah. Oh, the first one was it Superman? No, was it Batman? I think it was it Batman?
Yeah, I think it was a Batman.
I think it's just
Because they wanted DC came and wanted something different.
Damn,
they were promoting a movie, weren't they?
I think it was this one, 2010 SDCC exclusive metallic Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Because was it bobbleheads before then? Is that
Yeah,
what
they were
Yeah, it was
bobbleheads.
bobbleheads.
Yeah, here I'll send a link in the hangout chat. Here,
Oh,
I'll
they
send-
made a Donald Glover. She made a Donald Glover. This is America. What
Yeah,
a dope.
she's amazing.
That's dope.
That Funko documentary is really good on Netflix, though.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, it made me. I didn't buy a pop yet, but I was fucking pretty close to buying one the other day.
I bought a Buster Posey one too.
It says limited to 480. That metallic Batman.
Paul used to ask me all about pop. Like, what are you getting into? Paul, you picked up some good
So
shit.
that's it.
I picked up some good ones. Yeah, man.
I'd buy one of those.
I keep my eye on those emails, but I haven't bought. I can't remember the last one I bought because
I bet one of those hasn't come for sale in fucking forever.
Well, if they don't sell, they pile up, and you're stuck.
Yeah, but what you want to do if you want to make money in pop, buy from Funko Boss and sell them on eBay.
Or you find somebody that's getting out of their collection and selling them.
Well, that's
on
what I did.
Craigslist.
Oh, I sold mine for dirt cheap. I was tired of them shits. I
Yeah,
sold them shit to Toytastic.
Wait, what do you?
So wait,
okay,
is that out of box? That one you put?
That one sold for like 300 and something, not a while back. That first
No, but-
Batman one.
But is it in the plastic box or the normal box? Because I just
No.
pulled one up.
It comes in it doesn't come in a box. It comes in like a, almost like a figure blister pack thing.
Then, all right, hold on. I just pulled one up on eBay.
So Mel, if you're
It's
gonna
in a
sell
box.
Funkos,
How
Wait,
what happened?
DC Universe 1 SDCC.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
2010.
about. Yeah.
So
What
is
was
that
your
one after this one?
I don't know. I think
You're looking at this one, dude. That one's only $33. Hold on, right
No,
there.
I'm looking at one for
I know.
2K out of Australia.
Oh, I thought you were looking at that one. I just put the link on. You look
Okay.
at pop price, guys.
Yeah, coming to America, pops, definitely. Adam, you're right. I could not say no to sexual chocolate. Randy Watson, got it. Picking that, I'm getting that.
That's
You
coming
know-
out, right?
Yeah, I'm getting all of those. I'm
Yeah.
getting all- you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
this
think
is
you
the
have
one
to
I'm
go.
looking.
Sexual chocolate.
I'm getting all of them. Well, somebody had asked a question like, where would I want to sell pops at?
no, if you sell Pop Smell, where do you get the boxes and what shipping materials? I guess you could say bubble wrap, and then what size
this one
box
is
or
not
where do you
right.
get it?
Hold on, I'll tell you. It's the post office has a priority box. It's a small priority box. It just says priority shipping on them. They're really small, and they'll fit pops perfectly. You put like
Gotcha.
you cut 4 pieces of cardboard around them, hard cardboard. Put them on all ends and ship them out.
Gotcha.
I never had a return on the pop.
I never list
I
Pop.
had a return on the comics, but I never had a return on the pop.
Send the link, Z. Whatever you're talking about. Mel, you helped me out. I sent you pictures of that one Craigslist ad, and man, I cleaned up.
Yeah, you did well. You followed through. Proud of you, son.
Yeah,
Goddamn eBay.
What is this? all my boys hit me up about this fucking DeMarcus Cousins jackass.
DeMarcus Cousins, baby.
You know, baby nothing. Baby nothing.
Hey, the Lakers got Rondo. Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah. LeBron is stuck. LeBron will never win another championship in his life.
I don't think he cares. He just wants about the money, dude. It's all about the money.
Yeah, but come on. Yeah,
Why would you care? He doesn't get. Yeah, I can't wait for next season when fucking the guys on like TNT are like, LeBron's gonna be the best Laker ever, and then Kobe's like, I was there.
They can never say that. LeBron's gonna be stuck at 3 for the rest of his career. He's stuck at 3 for the rest of his career.
So over under how many games you watching next year, Mel?
4.
Christmas Day,
opening night, and Game 7. And I'll probably pick up a random Knick game. I'll probably go to if I get free tickets.
Are you serious? Do you get free Rangers tickets?
I could. We gonna be in New York.
Shit, you can get free Rangers tickets. I'll make a trip out of it.
You're a Ranger fan?
Huge, man.
Wow.
For me, I want my all-time bucket list game is a playoff game in Madison Square Garden.
If I count it, many times I turned down Ranger tickets.
Damn.
I don't watch hockey.
Mel, you could sell them, man.
Nah, I don't do that to the old man gives them to me.
Oh, okay.
He used to give me, because I work with seniors, he used to give me Met tickets and Ranger tickets. And I don't like the Mets or the Rangers. I'm a Yankee fan.
It's funny because tickets probably for any of those teams go for a pretty penny out there, and tickets for games out here are like $20.
And you could probably get them the day of the game, right?
Yeah, Tigers games are like $20 right now because we're terrible.
Yeah, from the box office.
I tried to watch hockey one year in the playoffs, and it's a great sport. My heart was racing. I was rooting for the Rangers. I couldn't follow the puck, and I didn't know who the fuck I was looking at. Who the fuck is the best guy? Like in basketball, you know who the best guy is.
Well, it could be better. It could be the goal.
Different.
Yeah, it could be the goalie. It could be a defenseman.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck is the best guy.
Remember years ago on Fox when they tried to
that blue fucking streak.
Yeah, the puck, and they tried to
Oh, you didn't like the glow puck?
No, that was terrible. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. It used to make me nauseous.
Yeah,
I stopped watching hockey until they took it off.
But that shit is adrenaline filled. Especially like playoff hockey. I can't watch regular season hockey.
Playoff hockey and Olympic hockey are the best.
Yeah,
it's like it was so fucking intense.
Well, that's what we do. I play hockey every Wednesday, bro.
For Detroit, you got to play hockey.
I know.
It's a must.
Mel, just go get you a used Blades of Steel.
Oh, I was
playing that game.
I was a beast in Blades of Steel.
Yeah.
NHL '94, Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky.
You just curve around the net.
Yeah.
Making Gretzky bleed. Man, you play with the Kings, dude. He wouldn't last a game, dude.
Look at him. His legs twitching.
That shit was great, man. Like they don't make game. One of the podcasts I heard you guys talk about was old school video games.
Yep.
And that shit right there was one of your best podcasts because I still see motherfuckers to this day go to this little store in Times Square and they got all these old video games. And I know it's somebody who listens to your podcast looking for all the old video games there.
Yep.
And I'm still looking for a Resident Evil 1 in the box. I can't find it.
For what? For what system? PlayStation? Really?
I can't find that shit.
So it's funny you bring that up. I got a spec book that I'm kind of chasing, and I'll just throw it out there now so I can quit chasing it. There's a Resident Evil promo comic that Capcom put out. I don't know where they put it out, but if you look it up, Resident Evil promo Capcom comic, in decent condition, it's getting like $100 raw, and they're hard to find in good condition. So I just got to figure out where they came from. I don't know if they came in a set kind of like the Maximum Carnage one, or how they gave them out, but they're pretty cool little Resident Evil comics, free giveaways.
Are you talking about the Biohazard Hong Kong comic promo with the knife?
No, there's a guy with a gun standing in the front, and it looks kind of cheesy. The cover does, and it says Capcom, like it's a Marvel book, but it says Capcom on it. And let's see if I can. I'll see if I can find one real quick, and I'll throw it in the chat.
That one, Mel, the long box one, Resident Evil long box,
long dick style.
Hold on, where you posting that at?
On the chat on the side, on the group chat, the last link, eBay.
Okay, I got you.
I don't know if that's the one or not.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm not bidding on this shit. I ain't gonna play.
Well, I saw one for $35.
I'm not playing that game. I was like, damn. This is. I remember looking at Resident Evil graphics like, yo, it's never gonna get any better than this. This is the pinnacle. The pinnacle of graphics, right here.
Shit looks fucking real now.
Like old school Tomb Raider, where she looked all pixelated and stuff.
And I'll tell you another story. Now I'm on the flip side. I can tell this story because you guys are about video games and everything.
My cousin finally found that stupid thing I was talking about.
My cousin Mike, shouts to Mike Brock. He's a notorious liar and shit. This motherfucker told us one time that he was getting chased by Rottweilers and he threw the bags in the air and jumped over the fence and caught the bags and continued running. I said, nigga, you're crazy. But he said, yo, I beat Tomb Raider without the book. And that's back when those Brady guys was like really popping.
Yeah.
There's no way in the world anybody listening right now tell me that they beat Tomb Raider 1 without the book.
Maybe DeVoe.
Nah, not even DeVoe. I'm sorry. I will not believe. As much as I love DeVoe, I would not believe him beating Tomb Raider 1 without the book. And
wasn't Resident Evil that way too? Like kind of like just a big puzzle game where you had to do things in a certain order and you could only carry a certain amount of items and shit.
Yeah, mixing them freaking herbs and shit.
Yeah, mixing herbs, and then if you had a gun,
you had to get the silver arrows to kill Ganon.
No, well, Ultra Maximum, your buddy Jason's a liar.
Mel's calling people out on the chat. I like it.
Did you guys notice since Mel V's here, we have more watchers than we've ever fucking had?
That might be
Mel's a celebrity, man.
No, wait a second. That could be McClay too. Let's talk about.
Yeah, I think it's McClay. It's not me, man.
Real quick, I was telling Dino. Shout out to Absolute Geek Crew. I got a call in, pulled the John Z, and I got the short call to fill in on a local podcast here in Phoenix. A good bunch of guys, Absolute Geek podcast, and it was basically like half the podcast just talking about flipping and CBSI and all that good stuff, and they got a very good response out of it. So they threw up our link, and hopefully some of those Absolute Geek guys, are on checking out the new show. If that's it, I'm cool with it. Most likely it is Mel, though. I will say that having Mel be on the show makes us all enjoy it.
Mel's got some clout.
I think he does too.
No, man. It still fucks me up when I see somebody at a con. Hey, you Mel V? Yeah. I love it. I love it, but I'm just Mel V. Like
I'm in the same boat, dude. Because last year Robert Fordham came up to me in Baltimore, and I've never met the guy before. He's like, yo, you Dino, right? I'm like sitting there. I'm like, maybe. Like, it's weird to me. Like I'm from Detroit, man. Like people like, yo, you Dino? I'm like, oh man, I'm getting my ass whooped right now. I'm like, I ain't gonna say none of this shit. You don't know who I am.
When you guys start getting people recognizing the sound of your voice, that's when you know you've made it. Right?
Yep. I was at a con in Jersey a year ago, and one of the guys came up. Like, I recognize you by your voice. I was like, cool.
That's cool, man.
Like, fucking cool, son. Like, wow, that shit fucked me up. And then when I still to this day, when people be like, yo, I love reading your stuff on Chew, I love reading your stuff, whatever you write. That I'm like, really? I don't think anybody reads my shit. To this day, I don't think anybody reads my shit.
I don't know. I think anybody listens to our podcast.
Yeah, 23 people listen right now.
I don't know, dude. I mean, they haven't shut us down yet. Even if they shut us down, fuck it, I'm still gonna do it. I don't care.
I don't know. Once we start pulling the UD more negative thumbs down than we do positives, then we know we've made it.
Yes. Haters gonna hate.
We've only got positive. We must be doing something wrong.
You gotta keep things positive, man.
The haters don't even hate us.
I don't. You know what I mean? This comic shit we're in, man. It's no. it's no room for hate, man, and it's no room for all the wild shit that goes on. You know what I'm saying? I've always told everybody, I said I was in the music business for about 4 years, and I haven't experienced this much hate and cutthroat shit.
Yeah, man, it's wild.
I'm talking about in rap. I was in a hip hop game.
And Mel, these are grown men, and it's comic books.
Comic books, dude.
We talking about comic books.
We're talking about comics.
It's the Iverson of comics.
Yes, it's the opposite shit. We talking about comics.
Practice.
Talking about comics. Yo, when some of the shit I seen, I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me.
If you can tie somebody's pride to it.
I'm like, yo, family. We're talking about comics. We love comics. We grew up on comics. This ain't real life. This ain't beef, dude. This is comics. What?
It's supposed to be fun.
Oh, somebody did put a thumbs down on it finally.
Hey.
Fuck yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Looks like we got a new guy from iTunes that's like, oh shit, I saw Instagram. So DeMeo is fucking working it.
Oh yeah.
Or is that Rooster? Who's Karen? Is that Rooster or McClay? One of you guys does it.
Rooster.
DeMeo's doing a fantastic job with CBSI and everything.
Rooster's been pretty quiet this afternoon.
I kicked him out. Now he feels bad about it.
No, I'm hanging out.
All right. He doesn't have his video thing on, so.
Hey, look, and then we talk about Jack the Man. We subscribe to the channel. Everybody needs to subscribe to the channel, man. I don't even know what the channel's called.
Where my man Brian at? Was he still here?
and don't forget about the super secret Patreon group.
Yes. If you don't know about it, you know.
It's a hidden link on Etsy.
Yo, I gotta tell you something about Brian Wood. I've learned so much. Me and Brian Wood spent about 8 weeks together every weekend playing Monster Hunter.
I'm coming back now.
And that was some of the best times of my life.
Dude, my cousin hates me, dude. He's like, well, what happened to Monster Hunter, bro? I'm like,
fucking Dino, son. Yeah, you told me to get this shit.
I know.
You and fucking Heartless Art over here. Yeah, get Monster Hunter. I'll play it. Yeah, get Jimmy to play. Yo, I started playing Monster Hunter. I almost destroyed my marriage behind that shit.
So you don't listen to Dino, dude.
Brian,
Yes, that shit was funny. My buddy Donnie and I were playing with Mel.
My wife
and his wife going, "You playing that fucking game again?"
My wife came in wilding, son. Wilding.
Donnie and I'll be there laughing.
Speaking of video games, we're gonna do the new Call of Duty on PC. I think, Mel, if you want to play Call of Duty with us.
I'm sucked. Don't
Call of Duty on PC.
Yeah, I finally convinced. My cousin's a big console guy, and Mel knows, and Brian knows him. Jason, my cousin Jason.
Oh, what's up with him? He don't play Monster Hunter no more.
Nah, we've been playing PUBG and stuff on the PC and stuff.
He was to hold us down.
No, he's a beast, man.
He's to hold us down.
I bet you, honestly, any guy who beat it, I bet you Jason probably beat two.
That I would believe. Ultimately, I don't believe a man to beat it. The Jason, Johnny cousin, maybe. Yeah. I give him a maybe. He might have peeked in the book a little something.
He's good, dude. He I remember. I mean, we're boys and stuff, and it's like, sitting there, and I used to watch him play, and he would just murder games. Just that's what he does.
Yeah, I was like, and then hold up before we go to the other thing, but when you guys stop playing Monster Hunter, it just died for me, son.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
I'm gonna come back.
I'm talking with Brian. I'm talking about you died first week.
Yeah, you died 5 minutes in.
I've done that with so many games. I remember I played Battlefield 4 when it came out. I was playing the beta. I was murdering people. And then I got the game. I was like, I'm done with this. And never played it. It was terrible. Terrible. But no, I'm going to play Call of Duty. I used to, I guess I don't want to toot my own horn.
Get back on Monster Hunter, son.
No, man. Monster Hunter's done with it, man.
Well, I gave up Monster Hunter for God of War.
Yeah, you left me in the cold too. I ain't forget about you, man.
I mean, I'm trying to. Yeah, I thought so. There's so many good games coming out. So there's Last of Us 2. There's Red Dead Redemption 2. There's Call of Duty. There's
Red Dead Redemption was awesome.
There's Days Gone coming out. I mean, there's so many games coming out, man. I don't even know if I have enough time to play them all. That's my problem.
Well, I got a lot more time now since I'm gonna be buying NBA 2K.
No,
why not?
Fuck the NBA.
Because everybody's gonna play as Golden State Online, right?
Yeah. Those games kill you with microtransactions, anyway.
No, I was playing. Me and my people. We used to play. We used to have 2K tournaments in my crib. Used to get really intense. I remember I almost fought with my friends over 2K.
We used to do NBA Live back in the day.
How about NBA Jam? Remember that one?
Yeah.
It wasn't like 2K. Yeah, we almost came to blows over NBA 2K. Like it get that real in my crib. We play for money.
We used to do that with the football 2K game.
Yeah, we used to do that for We used
On
to do that
Sega
for college.
Dreamcast.
Yeah, we did that for like college football for
Blitz.
PlayStation. We didn't do. I don't think we played. We didn't play Blitz a lot. We
Blitz
did
was
college football, NBA Live, and we would just set it up on NBA Live where there's no fouls and just murdering people.
No, can't do that. We got more ones in my crib, so
Just
Yeah,
murdering people.
like you can't pick the same team. You can't. Nobody can pick Golden State unless you like a rookie. If you got any balls, you can't pick Golden State. You know what I'm saying?
You know what game pisses me off the worst is FIFA, dude. Like soccer. Oh my god. My goodness.
My man had FIFA tournaments in his crib.
I broke so many controllers for FIFA.
It gets very real with FIFA.
Oh, it's terrible. You know, and it's the bullshit. Like, I'll score like 7 goals on somebody, and then all of a sudden they come back, and I can't stop them. It's like unstoppable. It's like ridiculous.
You know what's fun to watch with that game is Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco.
Ocho Cinco, and we murdered
Yeah,
people.
man, he would like get on social media and be like, "Who wants to play me?" and then just beat the shit out of him.
There was another game besides FIFA that was a better soccer game.
As or
Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yeah, PS. Yes.
Yeah.
That was better than FIFA.
FIFA just it never changes, dude. It's the same bullshit every year, and it's like
that's
the same.
EA though. They always
Yeah, I know. I guess EA got rid of golf, and it's gonna be a new golf person's gonna take a golf company's gonna take over Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, whatever you want to call it, golf. So
I'm looking for a new game. Do you recommend the golf game?
nah, it's competitive.
What about Hot Shots? I think that was
Hot Shots.
Dude, we used to play that all the time and get drunk.
Hot Shots was the shit.
You can't play Hot Shots drunk. This is they're trying to get that line up right.
A bunch of us that worked in a bar and club in Virginia Beach, we'd go to work, and then at like 2:33 in the morning, we'd go pick up a pizza at another bar and come back and play Hot Shots till like 8 in the morning, sleep, and then do it all over again.
I believe it. Hot Shots was fun as shit. Oh, what the fuck did I just do with this Teen Titans special? Yeah, Teen Titans special. What you guys think about that?
You're asking guys who don't read, man. This isn't defects, dude.
Yeah, see.
I read, but I don't read a lot of DC.
I don't know. It's just another book, man.
Yeah,
we're grumpy about Spec.
Yeah, you guys hate fucking Spec.
We're just burned out.
I don't have a good place to get it. I get tired of buying $3 books and sitting on 20 copies of shit that
I knew John hated Spec. That was a given. He
infected all of us.
I don't buy Spec. I never bought Spec books even when I jumped back into it, man. I just bought key stuff, man. I mean, I don't know.
But Spec books turn into key stuff.
I'll buy Spec that like pops out of nowhere and I can find some copies or get ahead of it or formulate like Topher shit. But buying the new stuff, man, it's like fucking Pops. You got to be at the right place, the right time. You got to have a hookup.
That's my problem. I don't have a hookup. I can't get out of work to go like stand in line. I mean, that's my thing. I can't Wednesday order it, man. I mean,
that's probably why I like the Spec shit because I know I can go out and get it. And
you have the best fucking place to do it. Even the best store in town here does not get it.
So what are you gonna pick up this week, Mel? Anything you eyeing?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good books actually.
I'm since we got 22 listeners right now, I'm gonna give you some shit.
Oh,
here
we go.
Get out your notebooks. Get out the notebooks.
Hold on real quick. I'm gonna pull a LV and I'm gonna jump on eBay real quick.
Yo, let me tell you something. Nobody orders Nightwing, right?
Probably not.
Oh, you talking about that Ben Oliver?
That Ben Oliver cover, I'm going to tell you this right fucking now. That Ben Oliver cover is the second or third, second best variant I've seen this year.
That Jimenez one that they did for Nightwing a couple of issues ago was awesome too, with the little skull on the stick.
Not fucking with this Ben Oliver cover coming out.
Yeah, 46. It's out of stock in Midtown.
It's out of stock in Midtown. Nobody ordered this book.
And DC's been doing those B covers with that trade dress, but it's like,
Yep, the finger pop variants.
Yeah.
Because they're not quite virgins, but they're not full whores either.
Yeah.
So it's a finger pop variant, like I call them. And some have sold on eBay that said finger pop variants on them. But that Ben Oliver cover, I'm going to get several of those, and I'm going to grade those. And I'm going to sit on those. Because it's going to come a time where people are going to be looking for that Ben Oliver Nightwing cover that looks that fucking good.
There's a couple, like, even though there's like 13 of those Captain America covers, not so much for spec-wise, but that Jusco cover is gorgeous for it. And that, the fuck's his name? Jurdovic cover.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say names for shit, but...
Me neither. You like me?
Yeah. I say them like, that's how I say it here in Maryland.
Oh, God.
Another book that's going to go on the wall on next time we do the show. I don't know if we're going to do one this week. But on the Easel of Evolution, I'm giving you a preview right now from Tales from the Flip Side for the people who listen to me and listen to us from Tales from the Flip Side. And we spoke about it earlier. Sony has the rights to Silk, says the rights to Ghost Spider or Wind Spider, whatever you want to call her. There's one missing, the Spider Woman, right? There was a hot book that people forgot all about. And Stacey Lee's the artist, and Stacey Lee's super hot right now. It's called Spider Woman 1 Alpha. It was a 1 in 25 variant. There's only 7 in the CGC census of 9.8. The print one was about just over 50,000.
Campbell did a cover for that too, right? Like a
those he did a cover every week.
4 connecting covers for those.
Exactly. And if I had a camera on, I would show you. I don't.
Yeah, the one with all 3 of them on the cover.
Exactly.
I got it. It's right here.
Put that in there. Now that book. Everybody asks what Web Warriors book I think might blow up.
It's on the right.
It'll be this and the Delato that I think should blow up visually wise. No, nothing happened in this book, but visually wise, it's amazing. And that's going on the wall next week.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it first. I'm throwing y'all something.
That's a pretty one.
It's very pretty. I'm throwing y'all 2. One, there'll be one from the my variants of the week and one from Issa Evolution.
When did a Spider-Woman Alpha come out?
May 2016. I just was looking. I was just looking that up too on Comic-Con. I know the print was like 50,800 around that. I'll tell you right now. Matter of fact, only 798s. Check it out.
That Death of the Inhumans, that regular cover is pretty good cover too.
Dude, Kerry Andrews has been killing it on covers.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
He's got some really good old school Hulk covers that people sleep on.
And Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, where else to decide that?
That's a pretty book.
With the Alpha?
Yeah.
Get it. I know there was 198 on eBay. I don't know if it's still there.
It's there.
That's all I'm saying.
Who's gonna take me home tonight?
Everybody with a few drinks in, I was thinking, do I hit buy now?
Dude, what's the price on the 98?
It was like $90.
90.
It ain't much.
It ain't much.
But
That's what I'm
If that
saying.
thing doesn't do anything, Mel, he's gonna curse you for eternity.
Nah. If it doesn't do anything,
dude, I wouldn't. I mean, I got
fine.
dumber shit I've bought.
Nuh-uh.
sell it for 90. If it doesn't do anything, sell it for what you bought it for. You win-win. I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me tell you what the run was about.
It wasn't very long.
I think the only issue is that it would be hard for them to tie all 3 of them together. They got to do them all individual, and all
you got a Silk movie coming out, right?
That's kind of cheap. That 1 in 25 Spider-Woman Alpha.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
I got a little silk spec that nobody might. I haven't heard anybody talk about.
Hold on 1 second. 50,220. So it's roughly 2,009 variants made if you want to go by Comic Con numbers and how they print variants. Only 79.8 on CGC census. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Is that Silk movie going to be live action or is that animated?
It better make it animated. They know what's good.
Just like the Turtle Man, live action.
You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be just like Silver Sable, DOA.
Dude, I couldn't get through the first 10 minutes of those new Ninja Turtle movies.
No.
Suck.
It was just too rough.
Scotty, what do you got on the spec on the silk, man?
Spider-Man 1. I think the first page, Cindy Moon appears on the, when Peter Parker gets bit by the spider.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like leaning over like she got bit in the ankle by the same spider.
Respect.
So do you think that's like the what's the Hawkeye?
Zero.
Hawkeye Zero?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. I mean, it's definitely foreshadowing because she definitely got bit. You could tell. But there's a bajillion of them printed, and the cover is god awful.
You'd have to pick the right variant.
Yeah.
So I got a quick question for you guys. If you were to buy, if there was a new book that's coming out, and then you know how they got those guys that have they're either the first to come to market with a 9.8, or they're the ones that say we'll send so many out, and ones will come back 9.8 and they're yours. If it's just a normal cover, what's a good price for a book like that?
Average has been going about $59.
Well, Scotty would know. He fucking was doing it.
What's that?
What's the if you're getting just a 9.8 pre-screen? When the grading club was doing it, what was the 9.8 price when you're selling just a non-incentive variant?
Like 70.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, a non-hot book?
Yeah, I mean that was pre-screened with Fast Pass and all that.
How do you make
And
your
then
money?
I mean that's why it's.
I mean, you guys were selling them about $65-$70, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anything under that is a hell of a good price, especially
Yeah,
when
I've seen some places average about $59 for those like subscription 9.8s. Like when I say subscription, like you're subscribing to a guy and they.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure if you have enough volume, you could definitely lower the number.
Here's that Nightwing. They had a 9.8 pre-sale on eBay.
Really?
How much?
I don't know. I closed it.
You closed it.
It's funny because that's the exact book I'm talking about.
Oh,
it's
shit.
it's $59. I just pulled the trigger on one.
Oh
Oh,
man.
you're gonna make money. You're gonna make money.
Yeah. So we'll see. He's got 2 more left, so if you guys want to jump on it,
I mean, you figure
shoot me the link.
In the chat.
You figure it's going to cost you at least $20 to $30 to grade a book.
And then shipping.
Shipping, yeah. So I mean, $60 isn't bad for a 9.8.
Guaranteed 9.8?
Yeah.
Speaking of guarantee 9.8, I need to give kudos to KRS Comics because you guys know I ordered that guarantee 9.8 Natalie Sanders Vampirella.
You
And
love
they
some
shipped
Natalie
it to me, and it came, and I was like super hot because it was a 9.6.
God damn it, Woods.
And,
Clay. That's about 2 of them.
Damn it! I was
And
trying
I,
to buy one.
Oh, were you?
Don't worry about it.
so I emailed KRS and I was like, "What the heck?" Nowhere in the listing does it say like not guaranteed. It said CGC SS 9.8, and they immediately responded to, "Hey, we're so sorry. We're sending you out a 9.8. Once you get it, it'll have a return label. Just send the 9.6 back." And within like 4 days, I got the 9.8. So kudos to KRS. They really took care of me. Customer service was awesome. And Natalie Sanders, I love you.
Oh God.
Did you get the Ursula Major number 2?
Some of those are hard to find. Some of her older books.
There's Ursula Major
Podcast packaging up books.
No, who's packaging up books? I mean, are you trying to sell some shit on eBay real quick?
That's Mel, man. That's Big Mel, baby.
What you selling, man?
Animosity number 1.
Are you in the new office?
Yeah, I'm in the new office right now, brother. That's why I love doing this. No more media
You
mail.
gotta get that quiet tape, Mel.
No more media mail.
Media Mel.
Who came up with that, John? Oh, sick John.
What's up?
You call me Media Mel?
I did not do that.
That was you. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
No, I only take credit for it's a good read.
Yeah, it's definitely good read. When I met John for the first time, I tried to impress him. Oh, this is John Z. He's big. He's a big wig in the CBSI. I picked up all these fucking Western books from fucking Mint.
Oh God.
Hey, I was like, hey John, I got you some Western books. He fucking ignored me. Fucking John.
You said go home, get your fucking shine box.
Exactly what he does. I feel like Joe Pesci and shit.
Hey, did your cousin ever get into comics, dude? We were talking at Balmer last year.
Which one, Brian or Eric?
Oh, when we went to the club, we were on his car.
He wants to do a show out there.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. Did he ever start doing that, or
he's very ambitious, and you got that one cousin who's so ambitious you stop picking up the phone and shit.
He's doing everything.
He's ambitious. He's seen what you guys are spending on comics. He's like, I want to be a part of this. He's like, I don't want to buy books. I want to do a show.
That's what it was.
You know what I'm saying?
I think if you could start a good show, there's money to be made.
Yep.
Especially in Baltimore. He was like, I want to. He's like, yo, get back to me. I ain't get back to him since. So when you see him next year, this year, he gonna be like, yo, nah, my cousin never got back to me.
I freaking look at Indianapolis market and I think, God damn it, why are there no better shows? Because I can't get anywhere to sell these books.
Yo, it's money to be made.
You should have came out to my show. There's that night of Columbus, man. Some guy was selling out, blowing out $1 Valiant books and made $1,000.
Well, that's my issue. It's like, but I can't get them all in my fucking car. I got so many.
Well, I mean, you don't have to bring all 100 long boxes you got over there. Bring 20. Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be fucking stocked for war soon. I'm getting them organized.
I wanted to go to Indiana. I was like, yo, color restrictions kept me away.
Why? No.
Dude, I've been sorting shit and organizing. I got Wolverine from like the first limited to 2014, like every goddamn issue.
No, at least you got a lot of Wolverine there.
Like that's the kind of shit I got boxes upon boxes of X-Men, like just runs upon runs of shit.
Did you have the special, those two special short printed issues? That one was like 102.5, and then there's like a Nabisco mail away or something.
No,
like
he
that.
doesn't have any special shit. It's just all the regulars.
That's a sick cover. That one.
Nabisco's a bitch. Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful cover, man. And that's like $1,000 book.
Yeah, I want to. AC has one.
Yeah.
I eye it once in a while with some of his other shit.
So I wrote a novel on the outline today. I went to a con. It was at like a Knights of Columbus VFW hall. It wasn't bad. It was a small con, pretty full. A lot of vendors, I guess. Probably 20 vendors, I guess. 20 vendors. First 2 hours were really busy, I guess. One of my boys set up, and then he said it was kind of dead after that. But the biggest book there was Tech 225, man. First Marvel Martian Manhunter.
Oh, that's a monster.
Yeah. He had a price at $3,300. It was low to mid grade.
Did it sell?
Nah, I don't think it did. I looked at it, and it was cool. I just wasn't cool enough to spend the $3,300 on, you know.
It's a great book, but it's a niche book.
Yeah. And then I saw a lot of Avenging Spider-Man 9s. I saw Spider-Verses, Gabby's, Deadpool, Venom, you know. What else? My boy brought like a long box of Valiant, and it sold, dude, for like $1 a piece.
I mean,
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you guys do shows?
Yep. Well, I guess some of us only do like
new Valiant or old Valiant?
Old Valiant.
No shit.
Yeah.
The
80s.
The Forgotten Five is you.
It's me. Yeah, me, Scotty, Tony, and Sean.
Tony.
Anthony Levine, Tony M.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah. So now, do you price your books lower than eBay, or do you try to keep it at the same?
At least for we try to go.
Depends. I mean,
Depends on the book.
Yeah, if there's not a lot of books out there, you price it a little higher. If there's a lot and you want to sell it, then you got to price a little low.
I think the biggest thing for us, and Scotty can allude to this too, I think we get wiggle room where most other big people who do it for a living don't. Like, we all bought low for the most part, and it's like I mean, say you had a book up for $1,000 and somebody said, "Hey, would you take 900?" I think all of us would say, "Yeah, no." You know what I'm saying? Like,
fucking cash, yeah, shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, like, it all depends. Like, you know, we honestly, and I always tell everybody this, is that we sit there and we do have the lowest books in a con. I mean, because we don't do it for a living, you know. We don't, and at least for Forgotten Five Guys. Yeah, we don't have overhead. We don't have a store. We don't really have employees. We don't have, you know, all that shit. So
no, we're there to sell some books and get the fuck out.
And do you guys recognize like CBSI members off bat, or?
I mean, at Indiana we do, because me and John have been doing it since like the first year, maybe. John,
we've been on 4 of them now.
Yeah. So like,
except when Brian Smith sneaks in and nobody knows who the fuck he is.
Well, and then the other thing too is like we have like normal customers who come to us in Indy and like come right up to us and like know us. They're like, oh, you know, we got the same usual suspects who drop like $300 or $400 at our booth every year.
There's a seller out here on the East Coast, and every one of Topher's books are on his wall. Yo, bro, where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that spec from? Why is that so high? Oh, it's gonna be such and such. Like, come on, dude. Like, like Topher's my man. Like, come on, stop. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, give me.
I made some money off Topher. I don't fuck that,
bro. His fucking that Birds of Prey still sells. It's still a wall book. Like, no, it's not a wall book anymore.
Yeah, but that book almost started a civil war.
Mm-hmm.
But he fucking researched the shit out of stuff.
Absolutely. Oh, Topher's a beast.
I sent him on the fucking Cyber Frog hunt because some guy sent me a picture that like was not in the first one. He's like, "Where's this from?" I don't know, but I know a guy will find it.
I asked Topher. I was like, "Yo, listen, no." I was speaking to Topher. Topher taught me so much. I had to tell Topher some shit. I was looking for a first appearance of Mike Tyson ever, and it's some foreign sports magazine shit. I forgot the name, so y'all do the research. Y'all can find it.
Speaking of Mike Tyson, Scotty hit me with a link with a punch out since we're talking about video games, and it was a signed punch out. Like, what was it, Scotty? Like a signed.
It was like a picture, but it was.
Let me see if I can find this damn thing.
So real quick on Topher, I agree 100% with you, Mel. I consider myself part of the cult of Topher. I really wish that that dude would put more stuff out there and get on more podcasts. That guy is killing it. Everything he puts out. And one of the things that I like to collect a lot are creator firsts. And man, that guy, he's adding new stuff to my list every week.
Oh, so if you look to the right in the chat, it's a PSA signed with COA Mike Tyson punch out, I guess, card photo autograph thing.
It's probably like an 8x10 or something.
Well, this one's 16x20. It says.
Oh, that's bigger than I
want somebody to find me Sports Illustrated first Mike Tyson without the fucking home sticker peeled off. I'll pay for that.
That's hard to find. That's hard to find in any magazine. That's one of the funny things that I just we talked about on the last show. I picked up some Nintendo Powers and got lucky. They came in a special little set, and the cool thing about them is they didn't have the subscription stickers on them. So you had to find certain instances where they gave them out or they were part of some like a thing, and they're out there. I looked for the
look to the right. There's one right there.
I looked for a Michael Jordan one where he's in the North Carolina with him and Sam or James Worthy, I think it is. And the first Sports Illustrated, and that's a hard one to find without the sticker too.
Hold on, where? Hold
on. I don't know. I don't know why that was. That one's not loading. Hold on one second. How about this one? It's got him signed it too.
For $90? Are you serious?
Should buy it, bro.
I don't have the money. I just paid.
Yeah, but that's just a photo, right? That's
Oh,
not
it's
the
a
actual.
photo.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
the
okay.
actual Sports Illustrated.
Ooh, Brian,
Honestly-
you saved me $90, Brian, because that buy it now mouse little pointer.
No, that $24 one, Mel. That's actually the one. It's no label. It just I don't. It shows up on the thing. I don't know why it shows up and doesn't show up on the.
No, I'm buying a ghost right now.
I don't know why it's.
We need a
Mailing label was removed and cleaned. Nah, I don't want to remove the clean. I want straight goodness.
I don't know if you're ever gonna find that.
This is what I'm saying. Topher found me a kind of good one, but Topher's a monster, son. Topher's a whole other kind of beast, son.
I need an eBay coupon.
I don't want to steer off.
eBay coupons never there when you need them.
I know.
Did they have one today, or is that for like specific items?
Specific.
What are you trying to buy there, Chief Keef?
Nothing I can speak about right now.
Oh wow! Oh, some Paul Speck. I like to hear.
What do you got, Paul? Come on.
No spec. There are 4 9/8 on the census, so that spice it up for me a little.
How
bit.
much is it going for?
Oh, it's $100 shipped.
Oh, that's not bad.
You're not going to post it in the link first, Paul?
No, I'm not sending you the link.
You guys don't share like how we do with UD.
No, we snipe that shit, man. I'll snipe that shit on everybody. Money over
You gotta watch out for Dino.
Money over everything. I ain't scared.
I got like 8 eBay bucks if I can throw that in with a coupon.
eBay bucks are coming.
available?
eBay bucks for the quarter should be coming in any minute.
Yeah, so
Wait till tomorrow or the next day.
No, I'm gonna snipe that shit. I'm gonna log into his account and snipe that shit.
I'm waiting for my eBay bucks. I got like $250 this time.
It says right here, 1178 expires 8/2/18.
You already got yours?
I guess, unless they're from before and I didn't realize it.
Somebody bought that 9/8 Spider Woman Alpha, and there's a listing for $99 now. Come on, son.
Who bought it? Speak up. Who's in the chat? Who bought it?
not I.
I didn't either.
I don't think it was us. I think it was a listener.
I don't know why y'all wouldn't buy that.
I think it was Matt King.
I bet he did too.
Well, they only put it up for $10 more.
No, well, there's Raws right now.
It was a Raw. There was a 9/8 and there was a Raw.
There's Raw for $69 right now, and there's a Raw for $99.
No, you know who it was? It was Doc fucking Joe.
Yep.
Doc Joe, my man.
Doc Joe didn't sneeze at $99.
Nope.
Matt King's going.
Doc Joe wipes his ass for $99. $99 bills. Doc Joe told me one day, he said, I had some burgers. I got $99 bills and wipe my ass with them. That's a Doc Joe is doing. Doc Joe saved my life one day. I had a bad tooth infection. He sent in the order for me, get some antibiotics. Doc Joe, man. Shout out to the good doctor. Was it really him, though?
No. I think it was King. I think it was Mr. King.
It was Mr. King.
Mr. King likes himself a good variant. That's probably him.
He does.
Now the King. They say
Price.
Fucking Funko. I'm taking Funko off my fucking eBay. It's pissing me off.
Mm-hmm.
Same like baseball cards. That goddamn 89 Upper Deck box is still sitting on my watch list.
I was going to ask you if you bought that.
I haven't yet. It might be my eBay bucks purchase.
Speaking of cards, so my cousin's from Nashville, and he's a not Jason, but my other cousin's from Nashville. He's a big big baseball card dude. He like collects like Frank Thomas and all this other stuff, dude. He goes, hey man, do you have a card shop by you? He's getting the itch again, man. Like Scotty.
It's tough, man.
Hey, do one of you guys have a grading account for cards?
I don't have a grading account, but I'm down to get one if you want to start grading.
And if not, I'm sure
not me. Ozzy picked up some nice older stuff a while back, and he's thinking about grading it.
I'm sure.
Oh, really? Baseball cards making a comeback? Are you serious?
They've always been there, Mel.
Yeah, hit up Stein, Z. I'm sure he.
I wasn't sure. I know somebody does. I bet it's Stein.
Yeah, Stein does have I think he has a account right now.
All right. I don't know. He said he had like some, like not top tier, but like George Brent and Yoltz and some of that kind of shit.
I'm actually getting ready to send in some Garbage Pail Kids, so I got to talk to Stein.
My father bought me. We went to Cooperstown. Me and my dad, rest in peace. And he bought me 1976 top set, full set. It was $120. He said, "If I buy you this, I ain't buying you shit ever again in my life." And I still have that, and I kept that set. It was so pristine. The cards got stuck together. I was so mad.
Mel, that's big money, man. If it's pristine and those cards are in decent condition and centered, that's big.
They're not.
Money.
They're not. They got stuck together. It was. I put them in the closet. I never touched them.
That's okay. I mean, you can pull them apart pretty easy.
So the Eddie Murray rookie's done. Andre Dawson rookie, the four corner done. I was a big baseball card collector back in the day. Huge. Yeah.
Anything pre-84 in baseball, Topps baseball is big money graded.
I had Nellie Fox. Oh my god! Like, I knew my shit when it came to baseball cards. Baseball cards got me into comic books.
Same with me. Same thing.
I can't get into cards. I just don't know. I mean, I know about grading and so I don't know, dude.
I'm actually getting ready to look at 2 Michael Jordan rookies here.
Shit.
Yo, I know this kid named Festo, fat kid. They look like Uncle Fester. Yo, I went to his crib. Yo, he was the type of guy who had so much money. He just wanted to impress people and shit. Like he would buy like he was the first person I ever see with Wolverine claws. He used to have snapping turtles in his basement. Just spend money on dumb shit. I see, can I use the bathroom? He had Michael Jordan rookie card graded behind the, when you turn on the water, the faucet handles, just sitting there. I'm like, yo, what are you doing with this? He's like, oh, I forgot I had it. Hey, you're a piece of shit.
I'm actually the 2 I'm looking at. This is to tell you how crazy it is with Jordan rookies. The 2 I'm looking at are probably, if I would get them graded, are PSA 3 or PSA 4s, and he's asking around $350 for them each. I mean, think about that. That's a pretty shitty grade of a card, and for $350, that's how rare that card is, really.
I might actually pick up a Jordan. I've been thinking about it.
I mean, I told you guys early on, the first show you guys had me on, that my whole goal of this flipping comic stuff is to get myself a nice PSA graded Wayne Gretzky OPG rookie. So I'm looking for a PSA 7 or better.
You really love hockey, huh?
What's the number on that one again? What's that going to run you?
Probably 6,000.
Yeah. Mel sounds so surprised. You like hockey that much?
Yeah, like I never met somebody like Jimmy is okay with hockey.
I used to play hockey.
Which Wayne Gretzky is that?
The 7980 OPG. So make sure you're looking at the OPG. The Topps one is about half the price.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, what?
Yeah. So and I'm looking for a very specific one because here's the deal. OPG cards are known for having the material that they put the cards on was lesser quality. So one of the cool things about OPG is the edges of the cards are kind of frayed. And I'm actually looking for one of the cards that has the frayed edges because that's what an OPG to me card is all about.
Like that one?
Let me take a look.
Oh, it's 86.
No, yeah, it's 7980. And look up like a PSA 7, PSA 8. Just look up PSA 7, PSA 7 or 8.
3500.
OPG Gretzky rookie.
Yeah, it's this one. It's like, I don't know why the links aren't loading, but that's what it is. It's like 3500.
Yeah. So, So basically, if I get a PSA 8 and the one I'm looking for, yeah, it's probably $4 to $5 grand.
Jesus Christ. What? I asked this question on UD. I want to know what was your guys' best flip? Go down the line.
Like most money or things that like
most money. Something you bought for cheap and just flip the fuck out of it and sat there and like I'm gonna buy a bottle of wine.
I mean, I guess I'll go first. It was my Walker link. Shout out Tim Walker. It was a Batman 121 Mr. Freeze. I bought it for like Christmas around like $300, and I loaded it for $1,500 cash, and I bought a furnace with it. So.
Nice. What about you, Paul?
Probably that Tony the Tiger. just, I mean, 15, 20 bucks turn into 400. Not comic, but
Nice.
that and that Craigslist deal too.
John?
I think mine's still that Action 242 that was also a Walker Link that he didn't want to buy.
I got John a great deal on the Spider-Man one.
I haven't done anything with that yet.
You know that guy blocked me.
He what?
He blocked all my text messages.
Why?
I don't know why, man.
I haven't done anything with that book. I'm just sitting on it. I don't know what to do with it. But that Action 242, I can't remember if it was $300 or $400, and I sold it for $4K.
You want to? You trying to sell that one? That number one?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really know. I think I'm just kind of sitting on it.
That's the one with like 8,000 pieces of tape on it, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm truthfully just haven't done anything with it. It's sitting in the same box that Mel sent it in, just hanging out.
I was so nervous shipping that book too.
You did good. It's truly. Initially I'm like, I'm gonna sell it. I'm like, no, fuck it. I'm probably not. It's just gonna sit in that box. I'm not. Why am I gonna grade it? It's probably a 0.5.
Really?
Just preserve it though.
It's Spider-Man 1.
Oh, I don't know if I need to grade it. I've been debating. I'm like, it's gonna cost me $150 to grade it. If I'm not gonna sell it, I may just leave it in Mylar.
Yeah.
It'll sell, man. You know, that book that'll sell either or.
I'll take a 0.5.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying it's like I don't know that there's an advantage to grading it.
Like I said, just to keep it safe.
Unless I happen to get lucky and they decide to 0.1 it, or 1.0, but everything I look at.
Dude, you send that to PGX, you'll get like a 7.0.
That is true.
Yo, dude, the last con I bought a last issue of Conan, Conan 275, PGX 9.6. Yeah, check it out. It's a 9.6.
I think I have one PGX book, and it's just a random PC book that like isn't even a nice grade. It was just a book.
I got a couple. I got a crack.
Yeah, I'm honestly toying with just cracking it and keeping it raw. It was just too good a price to pass up type deal.
You know what, Mel? I'm gonna take that back. It might be this. I bought an Incredible Hulk 181 like 2 or 3 months ago. That might be the biggest book I might hit because look at the prices, man. It's going crazy right now.
Oh, that book is nuts. I just put it on my watch list just for shits and giggles, and I can't even fathom it.
Mine's only a 4.0, and it's got the Marvel value stamp in it. But I got it for not cheap, but I got a good deal on it.
Mine's got to be either the Sum or the Zombie Tramps. I wish I would listen to my peoples on Principle and got those Zombie Tramps graded. I was sold for $1,000 a piece, but I didn't. Can't turn away money. I made money.
Well, it's like everybody in that land variant for Edge of Spider-Verse 2. People like.
I had two of those.
No, I mean,
I traded it for 3 pressings.
3 pressings. That's probably the worst deal.
Worst fucking trade ever.
I sold mine for $100 in the Raz.
75. I sold mine for 75.
I mean, but who thought that was gonna happen? I mean, we gotta talk about it.
You know what, dude? I'll tell you what. When I sold it, I was like, yeah, I fucking fooled these motherfuckers. I was like, Spider-Gwen, what?
I mean, but let's talk about this. Because I did the same thing with Aquaman 35. I had Aquaman 35s for years. I mean,
yeah, dude, you couldn't sell them to anybody.
Yeah. So I mean, the problem too is like, how long would you have to hold the lands to actually make money on it? You know what I'm saying?
3 years. It's 3
I
years.
mean, yeah. Come on. I mean, you gotta have some willpower on that thing.
I bought them back last fall, and I've made more money on them then than I did before. Shit.
Matter of fact, my cousin Eric, you met in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
He ran into about 7 to 8 Spider-Gwen Edge Spider-Verse 2s raws. We were selling those things at $50, $60 a pop. Think we would have made.
I just picked one. I still, you know what, Mel? I picked one up at that show I went to for $65.
What was the condition?
I think it's gonna be a 9.8. 9.6 probably.
Yeah, but that's the thing now. Like I was always the guy. There was shouts to my man Midtown Martin. He was the first person I ever met on the Midtown line and shit. He would look at the books. He would take the books off the shelf and look at the spine. Like, I say, what are you doing all this shit for? He's like, I want to get a 9.8. Oh man, fuck a 9.8. I grab a stack. Like, yo, whatever.
Oh no.
Flip it for $30, $40. Wool, yo, I'll tell you, wool is where I make my nut. I bust my nut on wool, son. Wool. That wool shit, when that news came out, there was gonna be a movie and all this other bullshit that never happened with wool. Yo, I was going back to every Midtown, reading up on wools. I was selling sets of wools, $75, $80. Had about 15 fucking sets.
I just posted a link. I've been looking for this book in 9.8 for at least 2 years.
Jump all over that, man.
Oh my god. It's not newsstand though. I just sent one to Sean, but God,
I'm not doing that price. I can't.
It's so hard. It's so hard to find, dude. And look, let's go to the census. I'll even tell you.
But you can't tell them at a newsstand. That's the issue of it.
Yeah.
I remember fucking Nick L had a hard on for that book in newsstand. He finally got one.
Yeah.
I remember. I told myself, I'll never spend $100 on a book.
There's 100. I guess it's not even that bad. It's 138 9/8.
I spent $100 a book today, and I just paid my vet bill.
Those Bronze Age books are tough for 9/8, and CGC is very strict with them too.
Yeah.
I got another question for y'all. Have you ever said, I would never spend $100 on a book, and then when you did spend $100 on a book, what was the book?
Oh, I got you. It was my first ASM 300 I bought.
You got 45 of them.
I know, but this was the first one I bought.
And you was like, I'll never spend $100 on a book, and that was the first.
It was $150, and I thought about it for like an hour, like literally pacing. Finally bought it. Ended up coming back in 9/8.
I can answer both your questions, Mel, with the same comment.
Go ahead, brother.
So I went and saw a movie, May 3rd, 2012, early release. As soon as it was over, came home, I got on Comic Collector Live and bought a raw copy of Avengers 55. Iron Man 55, my bad. Yeah. And I was like, God, and at the time, that was the most I'd ever spent, and it was like $135 raw. So I submitted it to CGC, and it came back at 7.5.
Wow.
And I sold it right before the premiere of Infinity War. Sold it for $750.
There you go.
See,
I did. Mine was Tech 359, the first Batgirl. Mine was super low grade though. It was like a 2. It was the first year I went to Indy with John. I sold it to this cosplayer who was cosplaying as Batgirl. I mean, I sold it for like, I don't know, $225 or something. But I bought a bunch of books.
Mine was Hulk 181 when I was probably 12, 13, maybe less. $175. I paid on it for probably 2 summers. The guy was like, I was like, hey, is it cool if I don't give you all the money now and I'll just pay on it and send you money every month? And he's like, cool. And then one summer I went back and just paid it all off. And he actually, when I bought it from him, he actually wrote down every time I paid money on it. So I actually kept that. Yeah. And then I graded. I had it signed by Len Wein and what's his name? Herb Trimp. And I had it graded and never pressed, and it came back at 7.5. I think if it got pressed, it'd come back in 8.0 or even better.
You still got it?
CGC.
Yeah, I still got it. It got CGC. It got graded 7.5. So
how much you let that go for?
That's one of those Grail books, man, that I'm probably gonna keep till I die.
Yeah, same thing with my 300.
Shit, ain't no book.
It's funny. I think my first book back in was $100 book.
But John's I went the big spender.
No, I went in funky. I was like randomly going to auctions for a while. I don't know, I was just bored and just looking for shit. And one of the first ones I went to had some Golden Age comics, and I didn't win any that day, but it was some old fucking action and some other sci-fi stuff. And I'm like, that's really cool. I went home on eBay and bought a Captain Marvel Adventure Shazam book for I think it's about $150. And then I got researching. I'm like, well, I've got all my old comics. I could sell those for some of this other shit I want. I started flipping some of those like copper books to buy some Golden Age shit.
Now, how did you know? How did you know that your skill set was like that high? Like I could just buy books, flip it. Like
That's because Z's the freaking Gordon Gekko of comics.
yeah,
No, I didn't. I just got researching. I'm like, oh, this is like $70. All right.
I got a 4 or 5 boxes of Trial and fucking Error over here.
No, I lost some money on shit. Like there were some books that would have been 9.8s that I sold thinking, oh, these aren't that nice because I was too critical or not critical enough. You know, I lost some money.
You know what?
Well, John, let me ask you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Real quick, I was gonna say, you know what did it for me is to have an eye on what to get and keep that in your head. Is I studied Wizards magazine like a Bible when I was a kid. I remember I would just go straight to the back and look up all those first appearances, all those major storylines, and to this day, I think that's what made it so. Most of the time, I can't even tell you the numbers, but I know the cover. And if I'm going through something, I see the cover. I know that's a first appearance of something.
For me, it's those Marvel fucking cards.
Oh, yeah, the Impel.
They would list the first appearance, and you would just memorize them. It was like baseball card stats. You're like, what was he? All right, what was it hit? Oh, what was his first appearance? What are his powers? Who's he fight? Who's his villain?
For me, that was Marvel Universe. I actually read the Marvel Universe to try to draw the characters I like. Like I like Baron Zemo, but I found out he was a Nazi and shit. Like, oh, that's fucked up. I actually love Baron Zemo. His outfit, like Baron Zemo, the top-notch outfit of all.
Turns out I had to stop liking him.
Yeah, like fucking crazy. But you say, but I was my brother used to collect the comics. Like I inherited my brother's collection. I mean, it's not shit, but he had body bags. Like he knew about body. Like body bag, this shit is gonna be popular. He bought like 5 body bags. Who knew it was gonna be a fucking movie? The character looks amazing though. You know what I'm saying? It's other shit called Mortal Coil. He bought like 5 Mortal Coils. It will never be made into a movie. It's just a horrible book. But I wanted to be different from my brother, and I was like, okay, let me find this book. And it was this book called Faust. Faust 3. I say I love the cover of Faust 3. And I went to go buy Faust 3 at this fucking Chameleon Comics in the basement of this little mini mall in Flushing, Queens. He said, well, you can't buy this book. You're not 18. Oh, fuck you. It's a comic book. He showed me what was in the comic book. He said, you can't buy this book. I told Tim Vigil this story, and he gave me a copy of Faust 3.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been collecting Faust. Faust will be a book that I will always, if I see Faust, if I'm going through a dollar box, I will buy all the Faust I can find. Because that
I love that right there. What is the book that you hoard like crazy? I love to know that.
Faust.
Those are always to me like the good stories. What are the books that you always pick up no matter what, or you know, you sit on?
I go for those gimmick chromium hollow foil embossed covers, whatever they are.
Yeah.
If I see them in a dollar bin, I don't have it. I'm like, I'm taking this one.
like the gambits and stuff, or
yeah, whatever it is. Like if there's something special, I just always loved that shit as a kid. I mean, I'm not going to spend real money on it, but
I'm kind of up there with Brian with those Marvel 24th anniversary, the frame covered comics.
Mm.
Yeah, those are great books, man.
Those are the ones that like. Those remind me of my childhood, like the stupid comics I'd get from JCPenney every Christmas, the Marvel, and they'd have like, and I just remembered those like the freaking Marvel hero frames around the comics on like the Heathcliffs and the Conans, and
you can never beat your youth. And Sean taught me. He said, "You're older now. You could buy the books you wanted to buy when you were a kid and you couldn't afford."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have most ones from my kid. I sold them off when I got back in and flipped them, which is sad. Or there were some that were just beat up. I remember being my first ones that like barely had a cover hanging on. I'm like, what do I need these for? And now as I've kind of went through time, as I see them like in a dollar bin or something random in a nice shape, I just pick them up and put them in a box. Like, you know, this is an upgrade of the one I had.
Like at the Midtown had the 30-cent sale. I'd pick up every horror comic I could find. Anything that reminded me of my youth. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch a lot of horror when I was a kid. Wrestling. I used to watch a lot of wrestling when I was a kid. And I would pick anything up that had wrestling on it. Hogan, you know, he broke my heart. But that's another story. But shit like that. And Faust, Faust was, I don't understand how, I thought Tim Vigil was the greatest artist of all time. He drew a dick the size of a dude's leg. Right? That was his dick. it was called EO or EV. It was his dick. He used to just he couldn't get hard and just fuck bitches with a limp dick down the size of his kneecap. I don't have that. You know what I mean? Well, I lived through that comic. It was great. And then they made the movie Faust, and I was. You know what a disappointment looks like? You should see my face when I seen that movie. It was bad. It was horrible.
Back in March of 2010, I got my some money back from college, and I went on eBay and I bought for $430. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1 complete, Volume 2 complete, Volume 3 complete, and all the one-shots. You know, number 1 was a 5th print and stuff like that for Volume 1, but just complete Volumes 1, 2, and 3 and all the one-shots. And I have a screenshot of it, and it was $10 shipping, media mail.
Yeah.
And this lady shipped it with no tracking number.
Oh God.
In a short box, and the box was all taped up and shit, and I was getting real nervous, and it finally showed up one day, and I was like, oh, that was
Paul. You got nervous about something?
Yeah, right.
I remember the first time I seen Ninja Turtles 1 with me, my mother, and my cousin Omar went to go see a movie. My mother took to go see a movie. It was a comic shop by the movie theater, Forest Hills, and it's not there anymore. But we seen Ninja Turtles number 1, and they wanted $20 for it. My mother was like, no, sorry, it was $100. I'm sorry. They wanted $100 for Ninja Turtles number 1. She said no. I'm gonna spend $100 on the comic, and I never got Ninja Turtles number 1. But if I would have got that book, what is that, Paul? $50,000?
Man,
graded?
Depends on condition. Yeah.
Man, you know you would have flipped that next week for 120.
I think 60,000.
It was no eBay.
Sony Walkman and some garbage Pail Kids.
It was no eBay at the time. It was no eBay at the time. But another Walking Dead 100. I seen Walking Dead 100. Walking Dead number 1 for $100 so many times. And I was like, nah, I'm not spend $100 on no fucking book. Got it. I didn't do it.
I think that's a big book to keep an eye on right now. I think that's a book, if anybody out there wants, that's on their buy list. And if people start putting them up there for some of the prices they're putting some of the other Walking Dead books out there for, the time to buy that book.
Somebody just asked me about one of the guys we just did business with. He was asking for the Walking Dead number 1. He asked if we had one.
Well, why? Is that book dying?
Number 1 isn't yet, but here's the thing. People are going crazy and putting those earlier issues up for cheap, or they're going for cheap. But the reason I talk about this is because one of the books, you remember the Walking Dead number 100 with the red Lucille on the cover, which was that book was probably like a $1,200 book, and if you can find that book right now for $500 or less. And that book, they only made 100 of them, and most of them were damaged. So if they're doing it for something like that, where there was only maybe a couple hundred of them at most, number 1 they only made 7,500 of. So if things, I don't think they will, but it might be a good time to keep your eye open for number 1. Even the first 10, if you can keep your eye open for the first 10.
Number 2 is expensive.
The first Mission,
19.
Any keys.
27, First Governor.
Yeah, any of them. Those are going to, if people start dying off on collecting them, like people are saying, man, it's a great time to pick that book up, because that book will rebound. and I think that will always be a good book to own in the long run. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just got a Walking Dead #1, Mel.
You got everything.
I picked it up.
Congrats.
I picked it up for him.
Yeah,
Good deal.
Dino grabbed it.
Did you get it raw?
No, it's 9.8.
What'd you get it for, if you don't mind me asking?
2K.
Not bad.
And it's a black label.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to send I got to talk to Sean. I'm going to send my Black Label #1 to him. I think unpressed it'll get a 9.6, but
Nice.
I don't know if you can press that book. You know what I mean? It's got one little indentation on the spine.
You should be able to.
Is that the one from that collection you bought?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean is a monster. So Sean has done shit with books. Laughable.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
He took. I sent him this Captain Marvel 17. It was no way at 9.6. I got it back at 9.6. That's all I'm saying.
What is it, a backpack edition?
Nah, I bought it at Midtown. I bought it at Midtown for $100, right? I'm like, oh, what the fuck? This is fucked up, but yo, fuck it. It's like, you know what? Give me a hug. I show pictures to Sean. He said, yo, he'll send it in. Send it to me. It had to be at least 8.5. I sent it to him, sent it back, sent it to CGC. I'm expecting a 9.2, 9.0. This shit came at 9.6. I was like, wow. He's the man. He's the man.
The funny thing is, to me, like, I always ask him about grades. He's like, and he puts like little sticky notes on your books and stuff, like, you know, on the bags. And he's like 9.6, 9.4, 9.3 or whatever. And he's like, you know, don't take my stuff. He gets so worried about, like, I'm like, dude, you're gonna make me money. I'm not worried about, you know, if it comes back at 9.6 and it's, you know, you said 9.6, it comes back 9.4. Like,
yeah, get your books to Sean. Get your books to Sean.
Yep.
One other question I got to ask you guys.
You want to talk about some wrestling?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Have you been watching any wrestling?
No.
Oh.
Lately, last thing I seen, I'll say this.
Oh, here we go.
NXT is the closest thing to ECW I've seen in my life. Now, mind you, ECW for me was the best wrestling period.
Oh, with Sabu and everybody?
Yes.
Van Dam?
That I've ever experienced. I used to take trips to Philly on a normal basis. My father was friends with New Jack.
Oh, right? That's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. He'll cut your ass, man.
Oh, my father was he didn't play that shit. So New Jack was very he's cool. You know who's cool as shit? Bubba Ray Dudley was cool as fuck. I got so many backstage stories about these ECW wrestlers. Sandman, drunk as fuck? Yes. Absolutely. Cronus, he smoked cigarettes. How the fuck does he smoke cigarettes and gotta go to he's working?
Oh, look at Ric Flair, man. He came in drunk every day, out of his mind.
You wouldn't imagine with the shit that goes on in the backstage of the ECW locker room.
Oh, I don't even want to know. It's crazy.
But when they came to Queens, there was some of the best wrestling. One of the most times I've been entertained in a long time, dude.
But NXT, like Ricochet and all those guys,
amazing.
Nowadays.
Ricochet is amazing. Velveteen Dream, amazing.
And he was a tough enough dude.
He was a tough enough dude. Kenny Omega, I'm not impressed.
I'm an Omega fan.
I'm not impressed by Kenny Omega. I'm not impressed. Best wrestler I've ever seen. The best event I've ever seen. ECW anywhere was the War Games with. I'm a big Road Warriors fan. Road Warriors and Four Horsemen versus was it Road Warriors, Nikita Koloff and Dusty Rhodes.
Yep.
Best match I've ever seen.
Well, you got the Silver Horseman. I mean, that's legendary in itself.
Yeah.
I tell you, you know what's funny is Ric Flair never got, at least when I was young, Ric Flair never got the the come ups of him being a great heel.
Oh, Ric Flair was the man. Ric Flair was so bad that he was good. I used to hate Dusty Rhodes because he beat up on Ric Flair. It was until I got older like I really realized how like racist did some of the shit. Like Rock and Rebel, he was a fucking redneck.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He did, and then they hear the stories from some of the black wrestlers, like Bad News Brown.
Yeah.
Rooster's gonna get upset with you talking redneck.
Hey, bro, it is what it is.
It was funny because Jim Ross talks about like Tony Atlas and all those guys, like Tony Atlas, and like nobody fuck with Tony Atlas. Like he's just a fucking beast. But yeah, Bad News Brown. I like Bad News Brown because he came from Detroit. He was built out of Detroit.
He was like a legit judo. He was a badass. He was a legit badass.
Yeah.
But I say that to say this for you guys listening that never really watch wrestling. Haku, King Ming. I always go to our Hellfire chat and always talk about Haku.
King Ming is the scariest motherfucker on the planet, dude. Like he legit will kill you. Legit. Like every wrestler on the planet is afraid of Ming. Like all these monsters. Like he rips some dude's eyeballs out. That's how badass Ming is.
If you go to YouTube and look at Ming just stories, you respect
Ming stories. Oh yeah,
you respect Ming. But like I said, Fatu's sons, right? They were in ECW, and I was going to ECW at the time, and I remember New Jack was like. I'm gonna fuck these dudes up. Okay. And they were called Samoan SWAT team, and he beat the fuck out of them kids. And I was supposed to be there for that mass transit incident. It was in Massachusetts. He's like, yo, come down to the show. We got tickets to. I didn't go, but what he did to that kid was crazy. You know about the mass transit incident? Mass transit incident was this kid, right? He's about 18 years old, and he was just getting into the business or whatever, and he told New Jack, okay, yeah, my family's in the crowd. I want you to be with blah blah blah. He's like telling New Jack what he wanted to do to him, and that's like disrespect in the business. And he asked New Jack, he said, yo, New Jack, I want you to blade me, make me bleed. So New Jack takes out a fucking an X-Acto knife, which is like a carpet cutter shit you cut carpet with, and cut his forehead from ear to ear, and he bled like a pig. And you can see the video on YouTube. His fucking forehead was squirting out like a fucking water fountain of blood.
And didn't they cut? Was that on TV? Because I remember hearing a story about that too.
It was a house show only. It wasn't televised. I'm reading the Wikipedia. It was house show. It was. However, I'm sure there's camcorder footage.
Rob RF Video had the camcorder footage, and he put it out, and that's why they stopped. They didn't get the fucking pay-per-view deal when they were supposed to get it because of New Jack.
Yep.
And New Jack said, "Come down to the show. It's just right here, man." No, I'm not going. But I got a ton of wrestling stories, man.
Mel, I'm surprised you never got into the wrestling cards. Have you ever looked into those?
Nope.
Did you ever see those back in the day? The old, the wrestling sets. They put out these wrestling sets. There was 3 series
from Coliseum.
Yeah, I think so. There were 3 series, and it was like in the late 70s, early 80s, and it was before WWF got big. So like they were all with what was it, TNA? Is that what it was?
Titan.
Okay. Well, those sets, man, are worth big bucks.
Really?
Thousands.
I definitely don't have. No, you said you had mentioned Garbage Pail Kids before, and Clinton Jocelyn wrote an article about Garbage Pail Kids. I had a full set of Garbage Pail Kids in a binder with baseball cards, and I can't find them.
So Garbage Pail Kids is what got me. I've told this story on the show a couple of times, but the Garbage Pail Kids is what got me into collecting. They're still the things that I that I that nostalgia thing that I go to every day or go to every week on eBay looking for. And I actually have one of my grails that I own is I have unopened packs from every series. And then unopened. And I actually have one series 1 pack graded. There's companies that grade. There's like it's the company that grades baseball cards, and it's graded a PSA 9. And it's one of the highest graded series 1 garbage pail packs, unopened.
Let me ask you a question, if you don't mind me asking. How old are you?
37.
Listen, we was on a bus. I'm 42. We was on a bus going to I believe I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and it was my goal to collect the whole first series. Remember, it used to come 1A and 1B.
Yep.
It was my goal to collect all of them.
And they were only like 5 cards a pack.
It was only 5 cards a pack. It was only like 5 or 6 cards a pack. And I remember the last day I got all. It was the last day of school. I got all. I finished my set. Had mad doubles, just traded doubles or whatever. And then it destroyed me when I heard they were coming out with Series 2 because I bust my ass getting Series 1. I was like, yo, fuck this. I'm not doing Series 2. I'm not. But I had the full series. Remember, Nasty Nick was 1A.
Yep.
I will never forget. Adam Bomb was always the one that everybody wanted. It was a 7B?
8. I believe it was 8.
See?
But here's the crazy thing. That Nasty Nick is to this day the most expensive garbage pail kid in high grade.
I
because it was always number 1. And, back in the day, we used to have our stack in order, and then you put the rubber band around them. So that number 1 card was always the worst grade. So if you can get that card in good grade and send that in to get graded, look up a PSA 9 or a PSA 10 Nasty Nick. Even the B series. What was the Nasty Nick B series name? I can't remember.
Evil Eddie.
Evil Eddie. Yep.
So even in Evil Eddie in high grade is big money.
There's a PSA 9 for $300 right now.
I remember freaking walking down 3 blocks of convenience store with my allowance and just buying a pack.
I'll be right back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I remember. Man, there was a point when they caught on and everybody was getting. You couldn't find every single Circle K and 7-Eleven was sold out. Man, you couldn't find a pack to save your life.
Are you gonna make me buy Garbage Pail Kids, you fucker?
Woods hitting me up, man. He's caught the bug for Garbage Pail Kids.
Damn,
I told you I watched that documentary, that 30 Years of Garbage, and then that lit me up again.
You fuckers cost me more money.
You know what? That's what it's about, though, bro. It's like, when I was
sitting, like a drug pusher.
Brian, we're gonna have to push his because he has cost us more money than any of the rest of us have.
Mm-hmm.
It's that collecting bug, man. That collecting bug gets you, and then once you add that with nostalgia, and it's like turning powdered cocaine into hard. And you hit that bug with nostalgia, and it's like crack cocaine.
Do you know how many searches you've added to my eBay? You and your G.I. Joe and your fucking Garbage Pail and your baseball cards. None of that shit was there. It was comics.
Mine's still comics, man.
It was definitely a pleasure talking to Brian today. It's the first time, believe it or not, I had a lot of great things about Brian. It's the first time I'm speaking to him. You are the man, Brian.
I appreciate it, Mel. I was looking forward to the show. I've been part of CBSI since probably 2014, and it's a real honor to finally talk to a lot of these people. I know when I first got on the show, and I was able to talk to everybody on the show. It was a real honor just to talk to a lot of these guys because, it's all about that community aspect. And I think that hits home a lot when you finally get to talk to these people. And then even when you get to meet people face to face, still haven't had that honor yet. I'm looking forward to that one of these days. Hopefully one of these days I'll be able to get to Baltimore. Yeah.
Come down. I got my man Minty. He lives in Phoenix. Just come down with him.
Is he coming?
Oh yeah, Minty's going.
I'm hoping to maybe one of these times get Clint to head out with me because Clint lives out here in Phoenix. Me and Clint got to hook up and go on one of these road trips.
Clint is amazing.
He is. He's a good dude.
I tell you, look.
You still got a few months to decide, my friend.
I know.
I gotta come out to Arizona. That's the more of think I need to come up to Arizona. I need to start traveling more.
I got lucky with CBSI, man.
I think we all did, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a good place, and that's one of the things that I was talking about on the when I filled in the other day on the Absolute Geek show. That was a a really cool thing when first time I found CBSI, and then I told my buddy Kyle about it. We both joined up, and it was like it just pulls you in. You know what I mean? It's like a sponge. It just sucks up everything, man. And when you find those good communities and they become a real community, it makes it even better.
We was first time I met Trey. It was in Baltimore. And I told him about Niobe. Like, yo, man, this is gonna be the shit. It's gonna be the shit, dude. And it became the shit for a while. I think it's still gonna be the shit later on down the line. But then he asked me, "Yo, we're gonna do a podcast. You guys want to come on? You want to come on?" You're asking me? Like, I'm just no V. Like, I don't get crazy. I'm like, sure, why not? And then I met a lot of great people, a lot of fantastic people. Like, I love it. Brian, everybody. What do you got?
You boys going to you guys gonna set up a podcast at a con? You think ever?
I would want to. Yeah, I want.
The issue is we get a little too rowdy.
Wow.
Yeah, it turns into a slop fest.
It wouldn't.
We get a little drunk, a little stupid.
So what?
Do we really want to spend the night talking on a microphone, or we go out and
well, why don't we
see
get
if John
hammered?
C can get lost? And you should probably just tape a mic to us all instead of fucking trying to get us to do a sit down. You should just tape a mic and record it.
We should day drink.
I think Wood had the best idea and is walking around the con with that GoPro hooked up, and I think that would be cool to do that type of thing. Just split off into groups. You guys split off into groups, and you kind of go show how your con experience is, and then even show the after thing, and you could edit it up. Make it look like some kind of cool YouTube video.
But the thing is, I'm fucked up right now. By the way, I'm gonna get in before everybody.
Oh, because you bought the VIP package?
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna be in 2 hours later than everybody. You mean?
No,
Nobody knows people that know fucking people.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't.
You don't get the VIP pass though.
You need a dealer badge, which Melvin can find.
I still need to buy my tickets.
Man, listen, man.
I booked it. I just haven't bought tickets.
They deaded me on a press pass. I've been writing about your show for 4 or 5 years, for like 3 years. 4 or 5. But 3 years, you dead me on a press pass?
I told Paul I might just buy the Friday pass and just keep my arm in the air.
You didn't have a fucking wristband on at all last year.
But I want to get in. I want to get in before everybody. I can't stand when I get in with the regular people.
Go right to Carl's booth.
2 years ago was fantastic. We all just fucking walked in. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get all these fucking these rules now. They want to get big. They want to have this shit a week before NYCC. Like, are you retarded? So I don't know. I mean, I want to go to Baltimore, but I don't know.
You gonna spend any money, or are you gonna wait till NYCC?
That's the problem. I'm gonna spend $300 to go hang out with you guys. I'm not gonna buy any books in fucking Baltimore. I'm gonna get shit graded.
No, that's half the draw is just getting shit graded.
Well, the other thing too is grading is not cheap either. Technically, I mean, if you get what is it? How much is on site? 20?
30.
30 times 25. Yeah, 30 times 25 books is $650, man.
They're paying you're paying the same price as Fast Pass.
No, I know that. I know.
You're paying a couple bucks more, but it's worth it.
I'm just saying, not a lot of people.
At this point, I'm saving my big. I might get ASM graded there. I mean, at that point, save the shipping hassle, pay the extra couple bucks.
I think it's a little bit more for the older books.
It is. I know it is, but
I think it's like 60 or 55.
No, it take every tier and add a few bucks to it, and it is. But it's like, if I don't have to have it out of my hands, it's so much easier just to keep it. Not worry about the post office twice and insure it twice and all that shit.
Yeah, I definitely should have books because they sent me a box back. Like, oh, box is dented. Motherfucker, you better make sure my books is good.
I mean, every time I send shit to CGC, you spend like $70 in shipping it there.
Especially if you're getting shit pressed.
Oh yeah. And hell, half this shit I already got to send to Sean, and it's got to come back, and then it's got to go over. I mean, it's
this is what
it's expensive shipping it all over this fucking planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
What happened to setting up the shipping room, or I mean the pressing room?
I think
on site.
I think that would make so much money.
Just do it for you guys to make money. You know, find cool books at the con, and then take them back that night, press them up, take them.
The problem is there's already. I think it's already gone, isn't it?
What?
The spots. I mean, I don't think you couldn't submit on Saturday, could you?
No, he's just saying bring a press with you. But I think
you can rent a car, and if you bring a press and put it in the back seat or in the trunk, park your shit in the hotel for $20 a day. Yeah, boy.
Oh, they cap.
I don't think it moves as fast as we all think it does. I think it's a slow process.
What, pressing?
Yeah.
How slow?
I mean, I don't know. Talk to Sean. I don't think you can heat it, but it's the after that takes a while. I think it's half hour a book to just settle.
Yeah, well,
it's not like they can knock out some depending on supplies, but it's not like they can just turn out 200 books in a night.
If we was get a booth to do it, you make the booth money back in no time and then make profit.
You could. I don't know. I think it takes more than you guys think it does.
Well, yeah, and then you gotta think. You gotta get electrical there and stuff, don't you? I mean,
they'll fuck you on that.
I mean, it's not like you're trying to you're not throwing a jack or an extension cord out in the middle of the highway.
No, I remember what does Indy want to charge? Booths $900, but to get electrical, that's another $1,000.
Yeah.
$900 for a booth?
Well, we had 2 booths.
Yeah.
Yo, they're just showing in New York. They charge $250 a booth.
Yeah, that's a small show.
Yeah.
It ain't that small, bro. It's in Long Island.
Yeah, but ask what fucking NYCC cost.
Or SDCC, yeah.
NYCC was a $1,500?
Oh no, way more than I bet.
No way.
Well, and then the other thing too is even Motor City Comic Con, it was like 900 or 1,000. It's crazy, man.
Indy's $450 a booth, which is not bad for 3 days.
NYCC was 15. I got people at Creature Entertainment. They said it was 15.
Okay, that's fine. We paid a third of that.
Yeah.
I might get my own. I mean, I'll be in the group, but I may get my own booth this year for Indy, like my own.
And for 600?
For what?
I wouldn't doubt it, man. I would do the same thing, dude. I mean, you have a crap ton of books. I mean,
I'm gonna put it where I would love for us to just buy a whole fucking quad.
The whole quad?
Yeah, to get 4 booths.
I wouldn't care.
Truthfully, we gotta get John Brown to come back from his buddy, but I don't think he will. But if we could just get a quad, that would be outstanding.
Skyward is selling at $19 a piece easily. By the way,
what's that?
Skyward,
19 a piece.
$19.99.
First print.
What about second print?
Second print should go for at least 30. Yeah.
What was that, Dino?
Interesting.
All right, I'll fire the scanner up.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you were sending a fax.
I'm pretty sure you know like how I know. That's all I'm saying.
So, real quick, if we got a couple minutes, I want to talk about something I noticed, and I buy all the old wizards and just to flip through on the shitter most of the time. They're fun reading material. But every once in a while, you'll come across that Grail and one page or two. But so this one I was looking at yesterday, it's from issue 170. It's got a Witchblade cover, and it's got a really cool write up on Crisis on Infinite Earths, and where they talk to Marv Wolfman and George Perez, and they say so. They ask them about Crisis on Infinite Earth #4, and if there's anything cool, they could talk about. And Wolfman says something really cool. I'll just read it real quick. He says, "This is from Marv Wolfman. It is important to note that this is the first appearance of John Constantine in comics. He had never actually shown on camera in Swamp Thing. Alan Moore told us who the character was and what he was about, and he asked us to show him in this comic for the first time." And then Perez says, "Marv told me the description of the character, specifically that he drinks and smokes. So I have him smoking. I don't know what visual reference I used. I can't imagine that I drew him from scratch. Was he already designed and they gave me a design to draw?" And that's what he asked Wolfman. And then Wolfman said, "Nah, we based him off Sting." And then Perez says, "Oh, that's right. I just followed it through from there." And then Wolfman says, "Alan was a big supporter of Crisis and wanted the introduction to the character to take place in Crisis." So, that whole thing happened not too long ago where they were asking all these artists and these creators, "Oh, is this the first appearance for multiple characters?" And so here's another good spec. If you guys ever see Crisis on Infinite Earth #4, that's the real first appearance of John Constantine per Alan Moore, per Marv Wolfman, and per George Perez. So I thought that was pretty cool. And they actually show a picture of him, and you can pick him out. He actually talks in there. It isn't just a quick shot of him. He actually has a talking bubble, and he talks about how he can sense what's going on, and it's happening in all the different Earths, and so pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this Brian kid. What's your based on what you just said right now, right? About the John Constantine and everything. What is your first Carnage? What is your first Venom?
So, I'm from the cult of Topher, so this is gonna sound terrible because I know a lot of people, get up in arms over this. I like to grab those weird, preview books. I like to throw those in my personal collection. Of course, I don't bank on them. I'm not going to bank on them. I bank on if it's something I'm going to spec off of, or it's something that I really want, to bank on my PC, I'm going to have the one that everybody's saying is the actual first. But I will go out and buy those and search out those cool previews issues or those cool, Web of Spider-Man 18 or Web of Spider-Man 23. I'll try and grab those,
That Venom book.
Who's taping books?
Me, I'm sorry. $2.90.
Jimmy don't let that shit roll. No.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck Jimmy.
$2.99.
It's first Venom. He said his name. He's there. That's first Venom.
I agree. It's almost got a half body picture of him, almost full body picture of him.
He says, I'm Venom. He says, I'm Venom.
Yeah.
This is what the boy says.
Yeah. I'm Venom. Same with Carnage in 360, right?
Right.
So the problem is that, it goes back to that thing that everybody argues about. And fortunately, the market calls it. I mean, I don't think that we could ever get away with changing some of the old school ones like Darkseid. I don't think Jimmy Olsen 134th will ever change. It's been the key first appearance for too long. If it does change, I think that's trash just because it's been like that for so long, and then all of a sudden, the internet age has got a couple months in on saying which is the first appearance and which isn't. So, but if it happens, you can't go wrong with the market says. Back in the day, Wizard was the end all be all to first appearances, and now without there being that Wizard or Beckett or whatever to say this is what it is, eBay and the market is calling the shots.
So based on what you said about the Wizard, you think CBSI would ever take over what eBay says?
So one of the things that I talk about big time on the Absolute Geek podcast that I did the other night is how I think Comic Book Invest and CBSI have taken the place of Wizard. I think CBSI and Comic Book Invest are the new Wizard. I think that the top 10 on Comic Book Invest, I think that the way that everybody talks about the new spec and how we there's no doubt that CBSI is the new Wizard, in my opinion. And Ben C has really done a good job of lately with all the new articles and stuff, and how he's been, laying out the Comic Book Invest website of making that even more in stone of that. This is the new Wizard. This is where you come to get your top 10 every week. What was the first thing you did when you got your first your Wizard every month? Top 10. Boom. Top 10 is a major deal. And then what do? You start reading articles. And, the checklists, obviously we can't have a price guide, but the checklists are a huge deal. And I think that there's some major big things that can come a way of checklists here in the future. And it's pretty amazing what it's become in a short period of time.
Scary.
And there's a lot of comments too on the top 10s. Probably the most commented article, I would say, in the whole site.
It is. And with Ethan Van Sciver and I can't remember if it was Jenny Frisson but these artists are starting, and creators are starting to, they're starting to pick up on it, and they're starting to go and say, oh, look, my book is on the top 10. Oh, look what they're talking about, my old this and that. And man, that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Huge.
Yeah.
Scary.
It's scary how fast it's become, and it's scary if you think of how much power it might end up having, but you have to do it right, because I think Wizard
it puts a lot of pressure on Ben.
Yeah, but
CNS.
He can look at the past history, right? What do they say? If you forget the past, you're bound to repeat it. Wizard made some major mistakes towards the end of their run. Are they, did they have their hand in being part of the thing that ruined the hobby for a long time? Some people say yes, because they put their hand in that money pot, so to speak, kind of like what's going on with these store variants.
Oh, so store variants is a whole fuck up on its own.
Yeah, it could be ruining our hobby again. It could be the domino. So Ben's got to be very careful about what he does, but man, he could play it right, and it could go down as something major in this hobby, I think. And I think Trey and a lot of the people that were early in, people on this podcast, man, a lot of you guys, might not think it, but you guys had some major, you had your hand in making this whole thing work. So, congrats to you guys, and congrats to everybody who were early in and on CBSI, because, man, it's amazing what it's becoming. And I think that this hobby is blowing up, and the whole spec game is blowing up.
When I felt that it could go too far, it was when my man Valiant Horton, that's my man, Dale Horton, that's my peoples. He wrote an article about the Omni Points and the Moon Girl. So I went to a store to go pick up some Omni Points and that Moon Girl, and they had it before I even got there. They were $30 on the wall. I'm like, wow. I felt some kind of way. I was like, this is my boy. Me and Van, we went out to eat together. We had drinks together, and this is his spec. You're gonna charge me $30 for his spec? That's when I knew I was in too deep with spec. I'm too close, and when I see Topher's book, I speak to Topher every day, and his book is on the wall, and I felt some kind of way they're gonna charge me this amount for a Topher spec, because this Topher's my man.
You know what it was for me? It was kind of similar to that. Real quick, is for me, it was when I didn't want to keep telling my buddies and my comic buddies who run. I have a lot of comic buddies who are part of stores and stuff, where I was like contemplating, like, do I want to show them CBSI? Because I know if I show them CBSI, you know what I mean? Like, the prices are going to go up in their stores. But, at the end, I was like, maybe it's still probably better, because this will show me what type of store owner you are, or what type of person you are. Like, are you going to still try and sell the book and make money?
They will. Yes, they will. Yeah. Yes, they will. No matter what store it is. Yes, they will. And I'm not mad at it, because I'm going to buy the book from you for cheap and do the same fucking thing.
Yep.
So I don't get mad about that, but everybody's trying to make $1. in a business where dollars are being cut. Undercut.
Yep.
I can't stand undercutters.
And your dollar says a lot about what's going on in the community, the industry, how you spend your dollar right now. And this whole Batman number 50 thing, like we opened the show with, is a freaking nightmare.
I undercut it today.
Good for you.
You hate me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow, what did you undercut?
Oh, that Avenging Spider-Man 9. I sold my 9.6 for like $425.
Really?
Yep.
I would have gave you $400 for it. Where the love price at, man?
Oh, it's already it's gone, dude. It's gone.
Wait. Hold on.
I think it depends on the book if undercutting is okay. If it's on the way down, sometimes it is.
No, undercut is never okay.
If it's losing steam, you're okay. If it's gaining, you should never do it.
Why does it lose steam? Because some idiot undercut it. That's why I lose.
That's me, baby. But you know what?
There's books that are bad spec that are just fucking dying.
I mean, it's not like I sold my book for like $100 or something.
No, there's a difference.
It's okay. There is a such thing as bad spec, but you think every spec on new books is bad spec, right?
No, I don't. I don't play that game, but when I do, I sure don't undercut it.
Give me a modern book that you didn't buy into that you think is bad spec.
I think a shit ton of them are bad spec.
Right. That's my point.
What, 95%?
But if I get it, doesn't mean I'm going to undercut it. But there's stuff that, it's already had its wave, and you're like, oh, shit, I'm going to be stuck holding this thing forever if I don't get out of it.
Cosmic Ghost Rider. First group. That was 13. Bad spec or spec that could be possible?
I wouldn't hold it long term, but I wouldn't sell it cheap.
It's gonna become a time where these new characters become classic books. You have to admit that because it was one time somebody looked at Wonder Woman like, well, this broad is never gonna be worth anything.
I think the mashup characters are a different beast.
Yeah.
Good or bad?
Oh, bad, different. I don't know.
Bad. I would say bad.
But I mean, I would not hold that book, but I'm not going to undercut it either. But there's other books like
Camilla Khan. All right, first Camilla.
Okay, a good example. Fucking Iron Fist. Fucking first Iron Fist after Netflix. Everybody's fucking going. That dog is fucking sinking. I'll undercut a bit to get rid of the fuck out of mine.
Good point. But all right, specifically for you, these new characters that's not acclimated. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Acclimated.
The combined, right? The combined characters. Fuck them. They're not worth shit. Camilla Khan. What do you think about Camilla Khan?
I wish I had bought some. I did not.
I just missed out on Camilla Khan for like $80 for like a whole run.
No, if I had some, I would buy it. I just keep passing up, thinking it's going to go a little lower, and I miss out.
So you would buy it whole because it's a new character and it's generic. It grew generically.
Hey, you in Brooklyn, right?
Queens.
I spent a shit ton on Spider-Gwen buying back in. So I'm not against new characters. I just need a reason.
Like Crush is it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm not buying that, and especially because when they fucking can't decide what book it is.
Fat Boy's gonna be a problem. I like the Fat Boy spec. Roundhouse is his name. He's gonna be huge. Watch. Roundhouse is gonna be huge. He's gonna be the character everybody likes in the book.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
From Teen Titans.
Oh.
The new Teen Titans. Right. It's new spec. My job is to do new spec. People hate new spec, and I have no problem with that.
I think the thing about the new spec is that people are getting so. They'll
buy everything.
They'll buy everything and then they'll get burnt on it, or this whole thing that's going on with the variants. It's destroying their want to even be anywhere around new spec.
That Crush shit is so non-generic. It's so blatant what they're fucking doing. It's gonna turn people off.
Yeah.
They're gonna gravitate towards two other characters. One is gonna be Red Arrow. That's gonna be number one. Expect to be Red Arrow. Number two is gonna be the Roundhouse Kid, and three is gonna be the Muslim girl. Dijin.
Well, I don't do new spec because it costs too much. Cost to entry. You got to buy multiple copies and hope shit goes. And
But
every fifth spec doesn't go. It just, for me, the money doesn't make sense. I would rather gamble on one or two things I really believe in, and I'll pay the entry fee for it.
Okay, but what about a new collector who's 12 years old? Just like how you were 12 when you bought into a Gamora, when you bought into a Thanos.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's too hard to do now. You got fuckers going in, waiting in line, buying half the copies off the shelf, and print runs are high. I don't say it's a. I don't judge anyone for doing it. I'm just saying it's not something I have the energy or the time for.
I agree too. I'm not trying to flip for dollars, anyways. I mean, I understand variants are a whole different character, thing, but it's like
if you got a shop that you can go get variants from, more power to you. You can get into Midtown, rock it. I got a shop that actually is pretty fair about it. You're first in line to get it. They just don't order enough to get most of the variants. It's not worth it. I've driven down there a few times, and it's like they don't got a 1 of 25.
I'm in the same boat. My LCSs use order like fives. Like here's five books I had, or five-ish, five quantity of 5, never qualify for a 25 or a 10 or anything like that. It's like, and I don't buy that much. There's guys who just I'm
not mad. I'm not mad at that answer at all. You know what I'm saying? You're pure. You're genuine. You're pure. I got in more of the when I got in for flipping. But I learned to respect what I was buying. You know what I'm saying? Because I got number one, I got bit on the ass, so a lot of shit.
Well, you live near the biggest shop one of the biggest shops in the fucking country.
Yeah, and I can take advantage of that anytime I want to, but I don't. I haven't. Most of the books that I buy on that Wednesday, I don't post up on eBay right away. You know what I'm saying? And if I do, it's because I got them graded. Is it a bad thing? No.
No, that's the market.
That's the market.
That's the important thing that everybody needs to remember is that a lot of people are in this to make money, and like you said, you got in this to make money, but you've become a person that's also become part of the hobby, not just to make money. You buy personal books.
That's like the Teen Titans. Originally, I was like, okay, this is the first crush. I'm gonna buy a couple of these. But I read the story. The story is amazing. I'm gonna continue to read Teen Titans. Same thing with Super Sons. I say this is an amazing book. I'm gonna continue to read Super Sons. And the Gleason cover came out. I made a T-shirt for Baltimore, respecting how good that book. I still have all my copies of that. What was it? Super Sons 10? I'm not Super Sons. Superman 10, where they're looking at each other. Yep. And I didn't buy those to flip. I bought them because I thought it was an amazing cover and the story was really good. So if speculation two things. If speculation helps keep my local comic shop open, I'm all for it. And if speculation helps bring readers to the book, I'm all for it. And you can't if you love comics, you have to feel the same way.
I agree with that. I think that's anything that's going to bring more people to the hobby is something that's a good thing. As long as, oh man,
I don't care. I don't care if someone's to walk into a store and to buy 10 copies and walk out. The store made money. The store is still open.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. I just think that there is some stuff that's going on that is a little bit kind of, I don't know if I like it. Like some of these Facebook groups that are making so much money off these auctions they're just fleecing people. But I don't blame the people selling them. I blame the people that are getting fleeced because they're buying books that are, $3, $4, $5 books for $10, $15, because they aren't educated. I think it's very important that if you're going to spend money in something, educate yourself about it. a little bit.
First, you need to get the most education you can get when if you're gonna invest your hard-earned money into something. It's just like everything else in life. You need to do facts. Facts don't lie, man. You know, facts and data. Yeah.
Yep.
But whose fault is that?
That's the person spending the money, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about this. It's like people, I'm not generalizing people, but it's like, people who go out and blow all their money on stupid stuff, and then it's like, and then wonder why they're not making it in the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
we've all did it when we first started. Well, I can't speak for everybody. I did it.
Yeah.
If when certain sites put up something, I would go out and try to get 5 or 10 copies, and they're still sitting in these boxes right behind me. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, this book called fucking Itty Bitty Bunnies. I can't stand that fucking book because I bought so many of them. It was a stupid fucking spec that I fucking fell for. Whose fault is that? It's not the fucking site's fault. It's not eBay's fault. It's my fucking fault. Look how to do the research.
But the problem is, but the problem is, you're sensible and logical about it. It's like the other people are just, and then they get butthurt, and then it's everybody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I mean, I understand if you get swindled. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens to everybody, so you just gotta move on from it.
No, getting swindled is not me buying a bunch of fucking stupid ass books. That's not getting swindled. That's just me making a bad decision.
Yeah.
Getting swindled is if I was being told this book's gonna make a certain amount of money and it didn't. That's being swindled. I never do that.
But I'm saying, but maybe people, maybe not us, but I mean, maybe some people think, like, oh, these guys or some group or some people, like, oh, this book's gonna be hot, and then they go out and buy some stuff, and then it's not, and then
Like when I write my articles, I try to stay away from keywords.
Yeah.
Like, well, I would say, buy this book if you like art.
Yeah.
Like the Ben Allah, buy that book, buy that Nightwing book if you like the fucking art.
Yeah.
Buy that Spider-Woman Alpha if you like the fucking art. Stacey Lee is hot right now. Buy the book if you like the fucking art. This is what I'm telling you guys. Buy the book if you like the fucking art.
Like you said, you never buy you buy the book, not the you buy the grade, not the book. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna.
Like I bought a Gamora 2 for Tina. Man, if I ever find that book under $100, I'm buying it off for it. I bought one for $75 near mint. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna rate that. I'm gonna put that back in my collection because that's a fucking amazing book.
You gonna get Stacey Lee? Is she gonna come to New York again?
Probably not.
No.
I mean the raw copy I got. I'm gonna send that in. I'm gonna send it in right now. Like with my next submission.
I think that's a very underrated cover. I just sent that in to a special signing one of my buddies had with Matina, and hopefully it'll come back a decent grade.
Oh, you talking Gamora 2?
Yeah.
that should have been cover of the year last year. If it wasn't for store variants, that would have been cover of the year.
I agree.
I remember I had the cover of the year contest on Chew, and the only reason it lost was because of the Frankie's variant. Had it not been for store variants, and I'm not gonna do store variants this year. On my cover of the year. Cover of the year this year is the Batman 23. I mean Batgirl. Batgirl 23.
All right, so real quick before we call it a night, I want to hear, how'd you get involved with Chew?
Me?
Yep.
Okay, so I read Chew. Chew was the first website. I used to read Chew and I used to read Comic Book Scalper. The Jimmy. I used to follow both of those religiously. Shit. Jimmy would never answer none of my emails.
He's too busy fighting on the CGC forum.
He's too busy smoking weed.
Yeah.
And I love Jimmy to death. You know what I'm saying? But I got in touch with Tony. I had told him a lot of times, like, yo, listen, yo, I wanna be a part of this. I wanna do this. Tony hit me like, all right, hey, how you doing, Mel? What can you do? I was like, yo, I got a lot of ideas, ton of ideas. Boom, boom. Tony gave me my first start. He gave me. That's why I would never write another article for another website, is because I got Tony's my man. You know what I'm saying? Tony gave me my first start. If it wasn't for Tony, I would not be on this podcast right now if it wasn't for Tony. For you. So he was like, "Oh, all right. What do you want to do?" I'm always looking for new writers. So 20 my I wrote my first article I wrote was some dumb shit called big risk, small rewards, and it was that Catwoman. It was a Catwoman when she turned gay, and it kind of blew up, but it didn't. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. This is not what I wanted to do. I like variants. I can get variants and shit. You know what I'm saying? I know I can get variants, and I want to show the world what the variants is about. So I did an article called No bullshit. It was I wanted to big up unsigned, unknown artists, unknown comics. So I did big gems from the small press. Big gems from the small press took off crazy. Riding the wave, like I met a lot of good creators, like Creature Entertainment. I met those guys are fantastic. That's why I love Tommy so much. Tommy was a great book, and they had a book called The Gun. I love that book. It was based on a Nas song called "I Gave You Power," where it tells the story of a gun. The gun tells the story, not the guy who holds the gun, but the gun tells the story. It's amazing. So I did that, whatever, and I was like, well, I want to do something else. I want to do a weekly article. Oh, sure, Mel, do what you want to do. So that's when I started Variants of the Week, and Variants of the Week, people loved it.
Yeah, that's where I first started checking it out, was for that Variants of the Week article.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And then how I got involved with CBSI was I was Peter Potassium. And I met Trey in Baltimore, and Trey said, "Oh, I like that name, Peter Potassium." And me and Trey just started kicking it. We started talking, and then he hit me with shit like, "I'm doing a podcast. I want you to be a part of the podcast." I was like, "Wow, shit, I don't know nothing about comics like that. Like, you guys have like seasoned veterans. You don't know. Fuck it. All right.
Hey, sometimes you need a rookie, man.
Hey, fuck it. I did it, and long story short, I'm here where I'm at now, and I had fucking fun tonight.
My man. So what we're gonna do is after I don't know, this is like the longest podcast I think you've ever done, Mel. This is like we're running in on like 3 hours, man.
I'm talking shit. I'm glad everybody's here, and I gave y'all some spec, and the 17 listeners that are watching right now, Adam Lebnick, I think he works for like a power plant or something. He never goes to sleep.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what happened. It's fucking Homer Simpson out there. All right, man. We're gonna Mel. We appreciate it as usual.
Absolutely,
coming out, hanging out with us.
No problem.
So, boys, 2 weeks, like we always talk about. 2 weeks is I don't know. We'll call it the 16th, maybe 16th, 17th. Everybody have a happy 4th, safe 4th, obviously. Don't blow each other up. And then we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. So, all right, boys.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Mel.
Thank you.